Hey, how's everybody doing? And before we start, hey, thank you for the follow, Firewar50. Welcome to the Sportia stream. How's your night been going there, Firewar? We're gonna be seeing you guys be playing it in about 10 minutes from now, but oh, it's quite an exciting day. We got 4 matches today. It's gonna be one of those longer ones. That doesn't sound so good. As we have multiple people joining on tonight, as you guys can see in that first match, Dingle, Terries, and NativePakz. We got Red Falcons with us. Hey, Red Falcons, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight?
What is going on? What's going on? Hey, I am doing actually pretty good. I'm doing very good. I'm going to be seeing one of the homies, NativePakz Esports, play tonight against Dingle Terries. I'm glad to start it off with you. And yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I would assume you're doing pretty good when you get you get a match for tomorrow at 7. That sounds like a lot of fun. On Red Falcons,
Yep.
obviously, you guys gotta go follow him on Twitch. He's not live right now, but you'll be live tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Well, after this, we're gonna be kicking Red Falcons, and we're gonna be getting Melekiym in at 9 to see Strikers of Chaos Crimson play on the stream once again. This time against the undefeated Funky Bunch. After that, we'll have Pink Roses return to the stream with SNRF versus Humongous Melonheads, and we'll end off on a solo cast between Neptune Kings and Reeskee Shots. But right now, it's all about Falcons, Dingle Terries, and NativePakz Esports. As we go to the head-to-head, I mean, you're the I guess resident smart person here, Falcons. I'm an idiot. In game and not in game. What do you know about these teams?
Well, NativePakz Esports, I've seen them play multiple times. I've seen them play in, I think, like a good 2-3 seasons of IGL in the past. They've gotten to playoffs multiple times. I believe, from the top of my head, I think they might have won a championship in the past. Either way, they are definitely championship material. They're currently 3-1 as well, currently. So they're very strong players, especially with experience. Reaperden, he's also streaming his own POV as well. So yeah, NativePakz Esports, I feel like they're going to be going a long way. Firewar, I think, is a new name to me. Same thing with Fast Money 83. And yeah, when it comes to Dingle Terries, they sound like a pretty strong team. They only had 3 games, whereas NativePakz they had 4. So NativePakz, they might have a little bit more experience on the field. But Dingle Terries, they might put a little bit more offensive pressure in the match right now. So far, yeah, that is my experience right now. NativePakz Esports, I mean, Week 1, they went against One Up Gaming, a very strong team. Week 2, they went against Latin 7. And Week 3, they went against Melon
Mm-hmm.
Patch Gaming. And Week 4, they went against Showtime Junior. So a pretty strong, stacked division and some strong opponents. And NativePakz Esports, once again, proving themselves again to be a pretty strong team.
Yeah, I've seen Showtime Junior play a pretty good team, albeit I'm pretty sure they are new to Tier 4. A very strong team nonetheless. I've seen them win in multiple matches, but what I'm really about here is the stats here. NativePakz Esports is much more aggressive by the looks of it, just by the stats alone. Seems like Reaperden scoring so many goals. As you guys can catch his stream at XReaperden on Twitch. You guys should definitely show him some support, as he definitely deserves it. He's such a hardworking person. It seems like he's live all the time. Like
Yeah.
you check and he's just live. This guy never takes a break. It's like 24-hour stream after 24-hour stream. This guy keeps going and going. I don't know how he has the mental capacity or the stamina to deal with it, but he definitely does.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. He is the spotlight of the hour currently. Reaper Den, he's not only a very strong player, he's not only a very aggressive player on offense and defense in Rocket League, but he's also a pretty strong stamina-based player, like you were mentioning. He streams a lot. I remember a while back we did a cast or a stream for St. Jude Play Live, and not only did he pick up the mantle for that, he also streamed 7 days straight, from what I remember, a bunch of different games for St. Jude Play Live. So not only is he the GOAT for that, but it also shows how well he is stamina-wise when it comes to performing in different sorts of fields, whether it's Rocket League, whether it's streaming, whether it's just playing different games. He is no stranger to that, and I think that shows in the numbers here.
Yes, I am gonna get a. One second. I'm gonna get a prediction poll out for you guys soon enough, so that you guys can vote with the channel points that you guys have gathered. Who you think will win? But I still need to get the actual poll going. Let me get it for you guys. Start prediction. Who do you think will win? And then it goes. Okay, well, I'm just talking to myself here, but Don't worry, I'll get it for you guys. You guys can vote with the points that you guys have hopefully collected. To predict who you think will win the series, as I'm not getting it. Oh. Let's see if this works. Here, don't worry, I'll get it working for you guys in just a few minutes. But while we're looking at that, we shouldn't even. Fred and I are looking at Dingle Terries. They do have a win under their belts here in this season, and it's definitely going to be a tough battle here for NativePakz to get. To get that momentum rolling is going to be really important for them. But Falcons, what do you think is going to be what NativePakz needs to do? What are they so good at that can get them a win here?
Well, so far, I think NativePakz Esports, they have a strong defense. They have to get a good adaptation to their opponents. That is definitely something that I've seen them both like struggle and succeed in the past. It really depends on how their momentum is, how their mentals are. If they're in the game, if they're ready to go play game one, whether win or loss, if they can adapt to their opponent's play styles, then they could find a little game plan. They could find a strategy going forward. Now, one thing I do have to know, Dingle Terries, they do have 3 players on their roster, whereas NativePakz, they only have 2. So Dingle Terries, if they want, they can throw a curveball, they could throw a pitch in left lane or right lane, whatever it is, they could throw out a new player next round. Like, let's just say they don't have a good first round, they don't have a good second round, they're on match point. And then they throw out the third sub, they throw out Old Bushel, and they switch up the play style, and then they start coming back. And who knows, maybe a reverse sweep might happen. That is the magic of having a full roster, and that is what you have with Dingle Terries, Nuggy, Omnispleen, and Old Bushel. You got all 3 players. They're pretty strong as well. The captain, Nuggy, he's a second place tourney winner. He's a brick wall defender and a massive tactitional player. You got the second player, a master tactical player, a golden striker, and a brick wall defender. And then you have Bushel. He's a golden striker and a sharpshooter as well. So you got the defense, you got the experience, and you got the accuracy on offense as well. So it's a pretty balanced team, I'd have to say.
Yeah, very balanced team. I'm still having trouble with this thing. I'm trying to do the prediction, but it says this name is not compliant with our content guidelines. So I'm making sure that I'm going to try to get this up for you guys as soon as I possibly can. I do apologize for this kind of slow start here, as still getting things going in. We are waiting for both teams to confirm they're in the lobby, but lucky enough, we got Falcons in here, and both teams are aware of Falcons' presence, as who wouldn't be? I'm getting the same thing on my end, too. With the prediction. Do we have a prediction going? We shouldn't have a prediction. Oh, the predictions. Your prediction's not running as well? Is it just a glitch? Oh,
yeah,
the prediction's
I think that
glitched.
might be an issue with Twitch. That may be an issue with Twitch, I think.
This would have been a good time for you guys to vote.
Come on, Twitch. We want to do predictions. We want to see what games, or we want to see which teams will win. Come on, Twitch.
It's alright. Well, I guess we'll just have to deal with it. As we're gonna...
Well,
yeah,
we are here for a reason. We are here for a reason. You guys can choose which teams you guys want to win in chat. Chat is always 100% up, regardless. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try one last time, because I'm insane like that. And we're gonna get it. See if we can get a 1-minute prediction going. Yeah, so no, we're still having that issue. So we're just gonna have to go avoid the predictions here, which sucks, but it's what happens. It's Rocket League. It always happens. Hopefully this time both teams do let me know, because I think yesterday or 2 days ago I had a thing with one of the teams where one of the teams joined, and then the other team joined, and they didn't tell me they were in the lobby until they started without me. And I only noticed because my Rocket League icon on the bottom lighted up because the game started. Yeah. It started glowing. Go use the restroom real quick, but we and Firewall are in the lobby. Good, thank you, Reaper. Thank you. Yeah, make sure you get everything out. I used to have a teammate of mine who would always do something right before the match just to finish something. I don't know why he did it, but he always did it. But yeah, of course, thank you for letting us know, Reaper, that you are in the lobby. As again, we are getting ready for this match. It is a best of 5 here. As let's go in game, right? We're not really to stick on this play-by-play, but actually rather let's go to the schedule. Again, a couple matches for you tonight. We'll have a tier 5 and then two tier 3s after this. So it's gonna be a long night. And if you guys sadly can't make it throughout the entirety of today, we have matches tomorrow, 4 of them lining up for you. So don't worry, IGL action on the stream throughout the week. And I'm sure that's going to be exciting. If you guys don't like me, oh well, RedFalconSS is here. You guys have to like him. No excuses. He will be live tomorrow.
I will. It's also going to be my first time back casting with IGL, so it's going to be a very fun experience tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it a lot. So it's been over 83 days since the last time I've done an IGL cast, which is very wild. So I do want to say first off, thank you for Sporty FC for having me on here to do the co-cast. I do want to say thank you very much for that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Gonna have more fun and memorable moments with IGL, and I'm looking to make some high energy casting moments here on this channel as well. So yeah, while we wait for both teams, let's get some hype going in chat. Dingle Terries versus NativePakz Esports, a 1-2 win-loss ratio versus a 3-1 team. It's a best of 5, like Sporty mentioned earlier. It's gonna be a pretty fun one. So let's get some hype in chat, and we will be starting pretty shortly.
Yeah, and you know what would be more hype? You know what would be the most hype thing? It would be a Game 5 overtime. We had that, I think yesterday we had a Game 5 overtime. No, it was 2 days ago we had a Game 5 overtime. And I had a co-cast with me. It was the most fun experience ever. And that actually reminds me, I should get replays of my I should get clips of my matches because I need to send clips to Cookies actually later today. Get some clips to him because he asked for them, so I'll get it to him soon enough. But as we are getting a message from one of the teams is going to be falling a little bit late here. Again, hopefully we can sort out any sort of issues. As while that's happening, I'm gonna go close my bedroom door. You guys can still hear me because my mic is over here, but I'm gonna sound a little funny.
While I take over the stream, how's everyone doing?
You know what you could have done? You know, Falcons, you could have said anything while I was gone because I took my headset off. You could have said something like this guy always sounds funny, and I wouldn't have known. And you could have just played it off.
I mean, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, or we might never know.
Oh, well, this will be going up to YouTube, so the world will know soon enough.
Oh well, never mind. Well, we will know.
And the sad thing is, the chat's a lot more loyal to you. So even if I were to ask them, they would just go, "No, he definitely didn't." And I wouldn't trust them.
I think the chat would expose me first. It'd be like Falcon's lying. He said this, and this.
Okay, then I guess the chat's more loyal to me or something. I guess that's a good thing. Yeah. Again, it's gonna be a busy night tonight. We got busy night tomorrow. Busy night every night. It's gonna be a lot of fun here. Again, we are currently in contact with the team, seeing how long it might take before our we do start this match.
Okay, so I actually wanted to ask this for the longest time now. So RLCS is currently going on right now. A little off topic from IGL, but who do you have as a RLCS team going all the way?
Who do I have winning? Well, the favorites are Moist, and that's a clear favorite. No ifs or buts. Yes, that means it means I'm going against Bates, and yes, Bates is always wrong. No, I'm joking. I'm always going against Bates when it comes to his predictions. But yeah, I think I have Moist as my clear favorites. As both teams are in. Oh my! And stream is ready. Hopefully, I'm gonna check 1 second. Stream good? Yeah, stream's good. As I actually have the pause screen currently up. There you go, game 1 in this best of 5. It's tier 4 match, so Diamond 2, Diamond 3 gameplay. As we have Dingle Terries in the blue and NativePakz Esports in the orange. And it's all about the start here.
Oh my!
A great start here for NativePakz as forfeits gets the first goal of the series.
As forfeits looking to thwart the opponent's Dingle Terries in the first 14 seconds. forfeits, he's a pretty strong offensive player. He's also a pretty strong solo player from my experience in the past as well. He's definitely a player you want to look out for when playing against him. But yeah, first 14 seconds, that's gotta hurt here. And maybe the second goal off a long shot. Reaper then. What a challenge here. You see Omni's trying to go for the solo play, possibly a high flick, but Reaper, he says, here, I'll show you a long shot. 2-0. NativePakz Esports starting off strong.
And that 50-50 happened that way because Reaper then was goal side. But, I mean, but the blue player was not. And so Reaper then won that, but he won that by a lot because he went above the player as well. He pinched it off his hood. Just generated so much power there. And sadly for Dingle Terries, you don't want... That's just an unfortunate goal, but it's a goal nonetheless. And it's a goal Reaper is going to be happy to have. as Nuggy, I believe he's running in a Mudcat here. Now, having to find themselves 2 goals down early here in Game 1, as we've just crossed the first minute of gameplay.
Definitely. As it's 4 minutes here, Reaper Den. It's as soon as I start speaking, Reaper Den's like, here's my spotlight turn off the sidewall. He catches the ball perfectly, gets a shot right above Omni, and you saw Mr. Nuggy. He was trying to look for the clear out. He's the last defender back, and already a huge 3-0 lead for NativePakz Esports. Definitely the opposite of what Dingle Terries wanted in Game 1. Let's see ThorPak. Now we're going to clear into the right-hand side. The main objective for NativePakz Esports is to keep the ball away, play that keep-away game as much as possible from Dingle Terries, give them no opportunity. We saw a little bit of an opportunity there for Dingle Terries. See ThorPak now looking for the hit down the field. It's going to be cleared away, and it's just going to be how quick can Dingle Terries respond.
Yeah, and the big thing I'm noticing for, especially at these lower tiers, is just about pressure. Who has more pressure? Who's willing to go up, play aggressive more often? Because the more often you do it, and the more consistent you are at being able to put on a heavy pressure, the better team's going to find yourself. You're going to find mistakes. You're going to get goals from those mistakes. So just being able to put pressure on someone on the other team, really important here at this level. As Reaper Den's shot's going to be saved by Omni. And now a chance here for Dingle Terries to break out of defense. Omni, round 1. Now he has Reaper Den barreling in on him. And that challenge is going to move to the corner as Mr. Nuggy's too far back to go up to that. Instead, it's going to let NativePakz Esports take a bit of a dribble here to get out of defense. But that 50-50 ends. We saw this earlier in this game, but another poor 50-50 from the defense. But this time it's NativePakz Esports that's getting scored on. And it seems like this might be a reoccurring issue.
Beautiful 50 indeed for Dingle Terries, finally on the board here, and that's a goal they definitely need to have, and they need to have it quickly because they want to respond back. NativePakz Esports are already 3-0, now 3-1, looking to be in possibly 3-2. But we have to start speaking about who the MVP is of both teams because they're going to be players you have to look out for. Oh my, the demo coming off! Mr. Nuggy finishing off the play. It's just as I was about to talk about MVPs, this is MVP right here. A beautiful demo opening up the net. Omni, a perfectly crafted demo. And Mr. Nugget there for the follow-up. A beautiful team synergetic play. 2-3 now. And I find it funny, 2-3-3 on the clock. You have another kickoff win. Omni's playing, trying to find a quick shot here. It's going to go wide. It's ThorPak trying to look for the clear away. Can this possibly be the tie game? It's going to be an open net here, but Reaper has some time for himself. He's going to look for the clear. Omni's playing with the early challenge. ThorPak looking for the catch on the dribble. He has the back left boost to himself, but he does get challenged immediately.
And sticking with the topic of MVPs, as Omnispielen is gonna clear this one to the back wall, he's gonna get a second touch. He's gonna score. Well, I guess we have to go off that topic a little bit here to just talk about this goal here. Again, testing the defense here. What can they do? And they don't come up with a touch, and Omni's going to get a goal here, tie this game up 3 apiece. But as I was saying about MVPs, I think the main thing you have to see in an MVP really is who can kind of come up and really play clutch even when their team is down. But I always like to focus on those players that aren't MVPs, because you're only as good as your weakest link here in this game. And while you can have hard carries, you're not going to be a championship winning team if you don't have every single facet locked down. As here comes Omni. And this one punched away towards the net. Mr. Nuggy will save it.
Have Reaper now trying to hit it over past one defender. ThorPak popping into the backboard, trying to look for the backboard double. But doesn't have boost. It's a huge double commit, actually, for NativePakz Esports as they're going to rush back for defense. Omni couldn't quite get the quick shot on. A follow-up here by Mr. Nuggy. Now it's a double commit for Dingle Terries. Can NativePakz score? It's a tie game, 3-3. Any team that can make this goal will take the lead here. Reaper trying to keep it in with the bicycle kick. A shot, but a follow-up play by Reaper then.
Oh, you heard me exclaim. You heard me exclaim when that ball went smashed off the crossbar. I thought for a second there that their seal was their fate was sealed. Their seal was fate, nice. Their fate was sealed as NativePakz Esports almost threw away that chance, but coming out with that second shot and being able to again put on that pressure here and being able to have multiple shots in a row. No team's going to be able to save multiple shots when you put good enough ones on target. as that one just a missed opportunity here from Dingle Terries, but they're putting on some great pressure in this orange half, looking for that goal to tie themselves up once again.
And yeah, no, definitely, it's that try again mentality. Whether you hit it off the crossbar, whether you hit it off the side post, we definitely all had those moments in Rocket League. You try getting a shot and you get robbed of a goal from either the side post or the crossbar. But it's that try mentality where you keep going for the shots, keep putting them on, like we just saw from Mr. Nuggy, and eventually you will find the back of the net. There will be eventually a defensive mistake. We see a shot over to ThwartPakz as he gets a beautiful redirect here. 20 seconds in. Reaper, you see him pushing up on the field on the left-hand side, finds ThwartPakz at the midfield, cutting it early, shooting it in the mid part of the net, as that's going to be the 5th goal for NativePakz Esports. They're going to have to hold on to this lead for 20 more seconds here, as they do have plenty of legroom to work with, but straight off the kickoff, Omnisbeam looking for the shot as it's thwarted by ThwartPakz.
Yeah, and no defensive mistake there from that most recent goal. That was just quality play from NativePakz Esports. A great look at the pass there from Reaper, and what I really liked about ThwartPakz was that he jumped immediately for that. No hesitation, no thought of, I might miss this, as he did earlier in this game, but he just jumped immediately, and that goal gave them insurance, and that insurance takes them game 1, and they have a game 1 victory here, an early lead in the series.
Yes, indeed. Now, you could definitely tell with that team synergy just by looking at the stats alone. 3 of the 5 goals they scored were off of passing plays. You had 8 shots as well. A lot of offensive pressure coming out from NativePakz Esports. Same thing with Dingle Terries. A lot of shots on both ways. But when it comes to team synergy, you don't see as many passing plays from Dingle Terries than you do from NativePakz. You see more solo goals like Mr. Nuggy's 2 goals that he had. Of course, one of them was off a passing play, but NativePakz Esports, we saw that infield passing play. We saw that off the corner wall into the midfield passing play. NativePakz Esports, they're looking very, very synergetic when it comes to team plays, and defense also very, very strong as well.
And for anyone wondering who is actually playing it on NativePakz, it's ThwartPakz. They are better known by the name of Firewar, who did give us a follow at the start of this stream. But yeah, great result here from NativePakz. Really, a team effort only as good as the weakest link, and the weakest link was better than Dingle Terries, his strongest. An astounding win here from NativePakz Esports on all sides of the field, as that seems to be how they play. They play everything well, but it just depends who can play more quality than them. Dingle Terries are going to have to really reach into their back pocket and pull out some magic if they want to really put some pressure on. But we know they can do it. We saw them do it last game. They tied up the game multiple times. Just depends now. Can they take a lead early, and can they use that to give them momentum and give them a chance at winning this game? As we go into the Aquadome, a pretty map, I must say, as Dingle Terries almost an early chance. That one slightly off target, and the accuracy woeing here on Dingle Terries, just not able to get that goal.
Also a good demo coming out from NativePakz Esports, removing one lethal combatant on the playing field, and especially when they're on the defensive end, now they have an offensive opportunity. No flick will come out there, but NativePakz Esports, while under pressure, they do manage to clear. There's a shot coming out from Reaper, and it was wide. Omni, we're going to slow down the pitch here, possibly trying to set up a dribble play. We saw a demo attempt from Mr. Nuggy on the defender, trying to replicate what NativePakz did. But now it's on the offense of Dingle Terries. A shot to the backboard, opening up an opportunity, but Reaper is there to clear back into the corner, and that's their safe ground that they like to play a lot, clearing it into the corner, clearing it out of harm's way, and making those long clears. We see a 50 here off the sidewall from ThwartPakz, looking for the bump here, but a shot on target, a huge miss on the defense, as Mr. Nuggy will have a nice bounce shot in here. ThwartPakz got the 50, couldn't quite get the second touch, and a huge miss on the defense, as that ball will bounce on in. The first goal going to Dingle Terries.
And the captain coming up clutch for Dingle Terries. Now with the lead in game 2, that's all they needed here. And now they're going to force NativePakz Esports to have to find a way to answer. And maybe NativePakz Esports, maybe they're going to make a slight playstyle change here, as it just seems like Dingle Terries back ready in this series. It seems like they have a little bit have figured themselves out, figured out any sort of first game jitters that we do see a lot of times on this stream, especially in this league. A lot of teams just don't seem to be super comfortable in game 1, but now in game 2, as you said, it's an open net. Reaper is going to put that one in all day. He will not miss, as a huge whiff here in the midfield. A mistake that gives NativePakz Esports the tie game.
Well, as nerves may be kicking in, we are in game number 2 after all. Both teams did have a little bit of a mistake on defense. And of course, both teams capitalizing on the mistakes that happen on the field. Omni is going to try targeting the backboard. A little weak spot here for NativePakz Esports, but they do manage to recover. Torpak, he's going to allow Reaper then to go for a power ground shot here, but it's cleared away by Omni Spleen. Reaper looking for a hit up into the midfield, trying to get that passing play going. Thorpak unable to follow up as well. First challenge, unable to get Omni Swing, putting it into the corner. That's a beautiful pass midfield. No defenders there. Reaper dribbles and cuts the challenge as well. He turns this into an offensive play. Zero boost does not stop this man whatsoever. He gets back in the field.
And balls of steel, I tell you. The ability not to just clear that on the goal line instinctively, and instead go for a dribble control play. Really, something that's impressive. Last time I ever saw someone try that was Demensa back in RLCS Season X championships with his fake on the goal line. But my goodness, that's a great way to clear the ball from your defense.
Whenever I do it, I get scored on. But hey, we got a 1-1 game here. It's about past halfway in game number 2 here. But here we go. Omni looking for the shot here. He will find a goal here. 2-1 game now. Beautiful breakaway play here from Omni Spleen, hitting it into the corner. We saw the first challenge not happen. He was caught in a little bit of a difficult place on the backboard. Tried recovering, but couldn't get the save in time. As we now have a lead here for Dingle Terries, and I do have to point out the fact that you said we did see a little bit of a change of play style here from NativePakz Esports. And NativePakz Esports, game 1, they went full aggression. But here I feel like they're playing a little bit more safe. But when they play a little bit more safe, they tend to slow down the play and play a little bit more risky when it's on defense.
Yeah, well, I think the real reason they're doing this is because they're noticing just how well Dingle Terries are playing now that they have gotten themselves into this series. NativePakz Esports knows they can't just play full aggression sometimes. They have to mix it up a little bit if we're going to get past any sort of opponent, even an opponent like Dingle Terries, where NativePakz Esports are your heavy favorites. But I would love to see their aggression. What they did so well is they were able to throw both players on offense, like you see here. Both of them are able to be in that final half, and really put aggression here on the Dingle Terries. But instead, you're seeing one of them a little further back, holding the midfield, trying to instead get pressure, but they really don't do well with that. I think they do better whenever they send both players up super aggressively, but that's not the way you do it, though. A double commit is, well, it does put both your players on offense. It also throws them both at the ball. That's going to give pressure for Dingle Terries.
Indeed. Now, one player I do have to put on the spotlight here right now is Omni. He's been playing a pretty strong defensive game here for Dingle Terries. He's been countering, or he's been, what's the term I'm looking for? He's been adapting.
Oh.
Yeah, counterattacking, adapting. He's been capitalizing on all the overcommits that we've been seeing from NativePakz Esports. He's always in position. He's already a savior medal already. A beautiful hook shot, though. Oh my!
What a save! What a save! That hook shot is one of the scariest shots to face at this rank because it's just so powerful, and you can place it literally anywhere. And that's not even that bad of a shot there. They had a lot of power behind it, but my goodness, what a great shot there. And yet, even so, Omni is there to save it. As now we get to the final 10 seconds, as now insurance for Dingle Terries. Omni, we keep talking about him, and for good reason here. He now gets his second goal of the game and the third for the blue side.
So yeah, once again, Omni, he's been strong on the defense. He's been strong with passing. He's been strong on accuracy and shooting goals. You name it, he's got it. 4 shots so far and 4 saves. It's like the Wendy's 4-for-4. You got the saves, you got the shots. He's got the 4-for-4 deal for you. Dingle Terries will be taking home game number 2 here. And it's a huge tournament here against NativePakz Esports. Dingle Terries showing up, and my MVP for that round had to be Omni. Very strong lethality player on goal, on offense, and a very strong defensive player as well. It's just how consistent can they keep this play style they had in game number 2 against NativePakz? Because we did see the aggression come out in game number 1. But I did feel like Dingle Terries, they are a little bit of scientists. They wanted to experiment in game number 1. They got their results. They're making a hypothesis. They got their data results. Now they're doing another test here in game number 2. And I feel like their hypothesis, their conclusion was the one they were looking for. So we're going to be heading into game number 3 here pretty soon. as both teams are readying up. But yeah, Dingle Terries, huge change of play style in game number 2.
Yeah, and just to let you guys know, for next game, I forgot to turn on game sound in those last 2 games, so I've turned it on now. You guys are gonna get game sound for the next one. As OG Crypto coming in with the question: how do you join the Indy Gaming League? Do !IGL. You'll find all the information you need. We're currently in the summer circuit. Falcons is gonna go in and do it. You know, Falcons is such a nice guy. Falcons and I are both content creators. Nice, both casters for the league, as well as content creators. I guess technically we are for the league. So you guys can book us the caster matches as these teams here in front of us have done so tonight. Of course, get yourself involved in the gaming league. We're currently in the summer circuit of 2022. Fall is only a few weeks is only like a month or 2 away. We're
Time
just
flies.
getting here. Yeah, time is fast, my friend.
Oh my!
Time really does fly. We go a second in, we get a goal. That usually takes a minute, but now it's just a 1-second goal. That's probably the quickest start we've ever had a team have on the Sportiest stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I've never seen a goal that quick before. As once again, Dingle Terries here with the start. I don't know, but I don't remember. But have they scored first in every single game so far? It feels like they have.
I do not think so. I think NativePakz. I think they got the first goal in game 1, which really gave them the lead. Game 2, Dingle Terries definitely got the first goal. I know that for a fact.
Well, Dingle Terries are going to try to have history repeat itself. As that one just off net. Yes, what do you want to say, man? I'm cutting you off.
But one thing I do notice, especially with any teams that play in Rocket League, whether it's RLCS or IGL, a lot of the weight that comes with these matches really comes within that first goal. Who can capitalize first? Who can score first and hold on to that lead? We've seen it with the SSG matches in RLCS and the Moist Esports matches also in RLCS as well. And I guess NativePakz Esports, they're not going to be faced whatsoever by this, as Reaperden is going to get a nice shot off the backboard. Again, a huge miss on the defensive end, but that's not stopping NativePakz whatsoever.
Yeah, and I think the biggest asset to any team is the ability to come back, the ability to be able to bounce back after defeat. I am trying to think of the correct word that I could use for it, but resiliency. There you go. That's the word that I'm thinking of. The resiliency is such a big thing in Rocket League because the ability to not let one goal go and affect you. It's really it's a tough skill because it requires a lot of knowledge of your teammates and a lot of mental fortitude. NativePakz Esports here getting themselves tying this game up. Do they have that mental ability to go on and grab another? Here comes Reaper down a high clear away, but Mr. Nuggy's there to clear it back, and that one's just gonna go right through. Sails right past the last pack, and I really do need to take a look at this replay. Yeah, Fortback. He was a bit confident on what Reaper could be able to do. He didn't expect the shot to come out from Mr. Nuggy that quickly. And he pushed up extremely high. The ball goes right past his car, and yeah, we really are trying to look here at what NativePakz Esports can do. I felt last game that Reaper was putting too much weight on his shoulders. I think these players did start utilizing each other because that's what they did so well in game 1. And NativePakz Esports are going to need to figure out their woes soon because they're now down in game 3 once again.
Definitely. Now, I think that goal we saw a little caught out of rotation by Thwartpack, and a beautiful long shot as well from the offense of Dingle Terries from Mr. Nuggy. But you know, if it's one thing about NativePakz Esports is that they like to come back strong, as we almost saw a tied-up game right there. Omni is going to clear it out to Mr. Nuggy, a strong clear out, and that's one huge thing Dingle Terries we saw in game 2. Those really strong clears, not really having to push out past the halfway mark if both players are up, you know, getting those long clears, especially catching the other team off guard. And NativePakz Esports, they're a very aggressive team, and when you start like baiting out the defenders, baiting out NativePakz Esports, they really do strike lethally. Then.
Yeah, thank you for joining us for your stream, 01 Armani. How's your night been going so far? Thank you so much for the follow. We are currently watching some amazing indie gaming league action, as Reaper just said in this chat that his teammate's having like a frame issue, so maybe we'll do a server reset after this game, no matter the results. Again, I'd hate to have it to end in internet or frame issues or any real issues whatsoever, because I just want to see like pure good Rocket League. The team's playing at their absolute best. Obviously, again, we're currently in game 3. This is such a deciding factor. We haven't even talked about the fact that whoever wins this game gets match points. And I mean, you know how important it is, Falcons. I should assume, and your long, extensive history in the Indie Gaming League. I mean, what does match point mean to you?
match point is not only a definer of what the series can possibly be, but it's kind of like match pointing your mentality in a way. Whoever has the lead in the series usually performs better, and having a huge game 3, especially for the Dingle Terries, Mr. Nuggy here scoring the 3rd goal, giving even more leverage in game 3, really kind of resets and boosts your confidence and your mentality. You were talking a little bit about how the resiliency can really come strong in the start of a game if you're down, but what happens if your resiliency is at its peak and your mentality is at its peak and you're really just playing really well Rocket League and you're in the lead? That's a huge bonus. That's a huge advantage going into a best of 5, and I feel like that's what Dingle Terries is happening right now. But once again, there is a little frame issues for ThwartPakz, but once again, that is Rocket League. Sometimes there is some FPS issues, so we will have a little lobby reset after this game, but it's not like NativePakz is playing terribly as well. They do have their opportunities, but right now, not quite able to cover the positions they need to be. A beautiful shot here from Omni Spleen. Regardless, Nuggy rotating back on defense, getting the bump as well onto ThwartPakz. Reaper trying to rotate back in time, and it's a 4-1 game here for Dingle Terries.
Yeah, and again, as you see there, ThwartPakz, again, those frame issues really causing havoc here. You hate to say it here for NativePakz Esports, but afterwards, yeah, we will be looking to see if we can get a short break. Yeah, making sure we reset this lobby, hopefully, to the satisfactory of everybody playing. The satisfaction, nice. The satisfaction. Clear. I can't speak English. As what a shot from Mr. Nuggy. You saw that one going yours, and you were asking, could it go all the way? And the answer is an emphatic yes. What a powerful shot from him.
Beautiful long shot here from Mr. Nuggy. Saw again both players pushing up on the offense, a little bit overcommit, caught out of rotation, gets a long shot, put it on target, and that's danger for NativePakz Esports. And that's the common pattern that we're seeing here from Dingle Terries in game 2 and game 3, is those strong defensive clears and making that defense into offense, having that smooth transition. But it's not Reaper on the offense. It's not going to get the best landing. ThwartPakz is in the midfield ready for the pass. He does turn around, gets it past one. Is he going to get past Omni? No, he's going to get a long clear again. Reaper going to try to control in the corner. Doesn't grab the corner as well. That's going to be opportunity here for Nuggy. He shoots it wide as it's less than 30 seconds in the match.
Yeah, and I forgot, you talked about all these accolades before, but does Omni have like a brick wall accolade showing up?
So far we have brick wall defense for Nuggy. Omni, he's also a brick wall defender. He's a golden striker as well, so
yeah,
makes sense. Very strong defense, very strong striking potential.
It makes sense for how well Omni is playing, because with how well he's playing, Dingle Terries now take match point, as we are going to have a short. We are going to get here with Reaper, and we're going to get a lobby reset by the looks of it as soon as I contact Reaper. Yeah, we're going to send a quick message to Reaper then, see what the decision is on their side, but I do assume we're going to get a quick lobby reset here going into game 4, because it does seem like they are having issues. Yeah, okay, they have requested a lobby reset. So yeah, we are going to get it here any moment. We're going to just go back to the head-to-head, actually. As, I mean, RedFalcons, take a short recap here of that last game. That last game seemed to be all Dingle Terries. I mean, what do you think was working so well here for Dingle Terries? Because after game 1, they just changed on a dime.
Yeah, no, I definitely have to say Dingle Terries, they played strong, like they played a strong counterattack game. Once they saw NativePakz, once they saw them push up high, once they saw them push up past the halfway mark, they made the counterattack strong. Those long clears definitely coming in clutch. Omni, you saw it in last game, you saw that huge clear down the field on target. And then you also have Nuggy as well. He was the MVP of that game. We cannot ignore the amount of shots. He had 6 shots in total, 4 of them going in. A pretty good goal shot accuracy as well. Not to mention, Dingle Terries, they not only doubled the shot ratio that NativePakz had, but they also had a pretty strong team synergy. Again, 80% team shot or team play ratio for that game. No, correction, 60%. 60% team plays.
Yep. As I am currently getting with the players, yeah, we are going to have them restart their game as well. So this is going to be a prolonged break. I guess you could call it like kind of like a tactical timeout, but tactical timeout here for us, as we are currently going to get ourselves ready for game 4. And again, Dingle Terries here up 2-1. A really good lead here for them, because now they force NativePakz Esports into having to win every single game in front of them, and this could be quite an upset if Dingle Terries are able to pull it off.
Indeed. Now, this time we had a couple minutes to take us a timeout, like you mentioned, but I think it's time that NativePakz Esports will find very valuable going into game number 4. We saw a 2-1 lead here for Dingle Terries as both teams are in the lobby, but yeah, NativePakz Esports are going to use that time to get that mental refresher, get their mentals, get their momentum back to the way they were in game 1, because you saw how strong they came out of the net. They came out with those haymakers, but then they left a little jab or two open for Dingle Terries to strike at, and they did land their shots 100% of the time. So it's going to be just a matter of execution in Game 4 for NativePakz Esports. Can they get back to what they were in Game 1? We see Reaper trying to find that cross-map passing play, but a demo coming in from Omni. That might help Reaper, actually, because he is now back on defense with some boosts as ThorPak Zero Boost in the corner. He's going to keep up the pressure. He's going to have to rotate out as Reaper looking for the shot. It will go high. And yeah.
And yeah. Great transition there, Red Falcons. And I mean, that's really the only thing you can say, as Omni, once again, he's just been doing it all so well. And once again, taking an early lead here is the Dingle Terries, as, hey, Red Falcons, you got a fan here. You got Peaks82 here to say hi.
Hey, Peaks.
Hey there. Oh, and I got one of my fans, got a Rattle Labs here. I don't know actually if I'd call him a fan. He's a bit more of a lunatic. That's fine, because he was my old teammate, so I can make fun of him. That's how it works here. You know, and trust me, he does act like a lunatic sometimes. No, he's a great person. This one's in front of the net. Oh, that one almost goes right in, as Dingle Terries almost doubles their lead with a little bit of help from NativePakz.
We did see a huge close call there for NativePakz Esports. Oh my God! Another one! Looking for a shot here. It's going to go to the opposite net as we see a tie game. Just as I thought I was about to fall off my chair from the first one, the NativePakz trying to make me completely fall out my chair with the second one. But we do see a tied game. ThorPak getting some assistance from Reaper Den on that play as we officially are tied back up.
Ooh. Wow. I mean, at least it's interesting gameplay. I will say that it's definitely really interesting gameplay here, as NativePakz Esports played with fire, and now they look like they are just and again, I said they had magic in the back of their pocket. I didn't think that was their magic, but I guess they truly are magicians here, as the fire players. As Peaks82 asking, is this IGL? This is IGL. This is Tier 4 action, and now NativePakz Esports taking the lead. It's been, I think, like 10 minutes since they've last taken the lead here. This is definitely refreshing for them.
I'll tell you this, definitely have one trick up their sleeve. Reaper, just as he turns back for the defense, he goes for the sharp challenge. A 2-1 lead now for NativePakz Esports. Definitely a huge goal that they need to have in this series right now, because it is do or die for them. Reaper is going to try passing over to ThorPak. ThorPak is going to take it up on the right-hand wall, looking for a little freestyle action. He does get a tornado air dribble, but Mr. Nuggy trying to clear it away from him. Still in possession of NativePakz Esports, but Omni going to go for a dribble. Not the best landing. Does recover, as Zero Boost and Tank does have the ball taken off him, as we're about to head halfway into game 4. So Omni on the defensive end. Zero Boost and Tank. So you could clear here for Mr. Nuggy as he continues to pressure. Mr. Nuggy is 360 turtling on the field as a good demo from Reaper. It is falling apart here for NativePakz Esports. Nuggy looking for the clear away as Dingle Terries does get a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, and for NativePakz Esports, once again, we talk about these playstyle transitions. Once again, transitioning here to a demo playstyle, right back to aggression. They played defensive in their last matches. That didn't work out for them, and now they're going right back onto full gear, full power, everything at its most aggressive, at its highest position. NativePakz Esports, I mean, they did this playstyle in Game 1, and it works for them. But they didn't put in a lot of demos there. Now, getting aggressive, getting enforcers here with their first man in rotation, and they are looking for opportunities, but they are only still 1 goal up. They have to be careful with how aggressively they position, because they can't let any goal go against them here, especially ones that they definitely have the ability to stop. So they're going to try to make this life as difficult as possible for Dingle Terries, make them have to score the prettiest goals. As NativePakz Esports here, just trying to hold out this game into the final 90 seconds of gameplay. I mean, this is quite a run, and the Dingle Terries, now the question's on them, and NativePakz Esports are the ones asking, Do they have what it takes? We talk about the mental fortitude. Here, do Dingle Terries have it? Because we haven't seen them down in a while. And now they need to get themselves and pull themselves back up.
Indeed, as well. So one thing NativePakz Esports they gotta be careful of is how they go for the challenges, how many double commits they put on the field. But I guess when you have when you have offense like forfeits does, it doesn't matter if he goes for a 2v2. It doesn't matter what he does. He could 1v2 and get the play himself. He'll pass to himself. He'll score for himself. That's just a beautiful play coming out from forfeits. A self-made passing play off the backboard. But yeah, like you also said, that aggression, that added aggression from NativePakz Esports is what helped them in game number 1, and it's looking like it's helping them out in game number 4 as well. They just have to be careful how they go about the challenges, the execution of said challenges as well. And yeah, Reaper Den, he's going to be pulling out a savior meta. He's going to look to take it down the field. He has a good dribble going. It's in the corner, trying to pinch it into the midfield, but Omni is there. Tries to get a 50 at the midfield against forfeits. As Nuggy now on the offense, zero boosted and tank in the corner of NativePakz. Gets it past 1. Can he get it past the second? That's a huge double commit from Dingle. Is now on the counter attack. We got forfeits up for the aerial play. He's going to go for the aerial, but it's cleared away by Mr. Nuggies. As it's less than 30 seconds on the clock, Native is still in the lead. Dingle is trying to just catch up right now, as that's 2 defenders out the way. You don't want to ungle that at this time right now. So yeah, 15 seconds left.
I mean, taking chances here is Dingle Terries, and whenever they need opportunity, it's always down to this man, Omni. A great pass in field as he now brings his team only within 1 goal. There is 8 seconds left. It's not a lot of time here, but Dingle Terries, with 8 seconds left, they could win it here on Utopia Coliseum. What do they have in store? Kickoff here. It's going to favor Dingle Terries. They're going to be the first one to this. And with boost, pass in field from Mr. Nuggy. From me, it's cleared away. And NativePakz Esports are going to take this series all the way to Game 5.
Woo! You were talking a little bit before stream. How cool would it be if we could have a Game 5 to open it? And, well, I guess your wish comes true, Sporty. First Game 5 of the day. We're going to be assuming going to Champions Field. I'm assuming that is where we're going to be going to. But NativePakz Esports, they have plenty of experience on Champions Field. They have plenty of experience in aggression. And we have to speak about stats here just for a quick second here. NativePakz Esports, they started off with a very risky playstyle. My chair did not like the playstyle they were playing. 2 very dangerous own goals there. 7 shots in total, though. I will say that. 7 shots, heavy aggression. Both teams also having 3 saves. We did see a savior medal come out from Reaper Den. Definitely MVP on the defensive end for NativePakz Esports. But when it comes to striking potential, 2 players you have to be careful of is Thwart and Mr. Nuggy. Omni, of course, making the opportunities happen for Mr. Nuggy as well. We're going to be heading into game number 5 here. A huge turnaround for NativePakz Esports in game 4, rightfully when it is deserved. But winner takes all in game number 5. These are what teammates are made for. This is what IGL is all about. Game 5 series, or game 7 series, go all the way to Champions Field as both teams join on in. You lead it off, Sporty. Game 5, here we go.
Yeah, and I'm brimming from ear to ear. You guys can't see it right now, but I'm sure once we get back to the main cam, you guys will be able to see it. I'm bringing from ear to ear. And it's not just because I'm in the presence of one of the most legendary caches of the Indy Gaming League, but it's also because we're on Champions Field, my favorite map in the game, and for very special reasons. And it's because I know that we're at this moment when I see it.
Oh
we have 5 minutes to decide who wins it. What a great save from forfeits. But here comes Nuggy! And that's going to be behind the back of the net.
Oh my, a beautiful save from forfeits. I'll give it to him, but Mr. Nuggy, he's like, thank you for the free backboard play for me, Mr. Nuggy. A beautiful shot on target. Yeah. And that's going to be a beautiful way to open game 5 here. Got forfeits and Omni on kickoff. And once again, it's just great awareness coming out from Dingle Terries in game 5. Awareness is a huge part of their playstyle from games 2 and 3. Any opportunities on the field, whether it be from NativePakz or a teammate, they go for it. They have the opportunity, whether it's a fail or not, they go for the challenge, and 9 times out of 10, it works for them. We got Mr. Nuggy now on the offense. He does grab the corner boost as well. So shot to the backboard here, trying to get the pass over to Omni. We have some room here for Thwart. This Omni gets it past him. Reaper, last one in the corner. Midfield passing play here. No one there to follow up that time. Reaper looking to take it up the left-hand sidewall. Maybe a little solo play action, miscommunication possibly. as a shot goes into the opposite corner.
Yeah, great game 5 here. And again, what a great way to start off today's stream, you know. I always love it whenever we get to this moment because it means that great things are bound to happen. Oh, a solo play. I was going to mention how NativePakz Esports, maybe they just start mixing in a couple more aerial plays. And then, I mean, this is how you do it. Forpack dancing his way through a great ground double tap to just get by the last that last defender. And once again, NativePakz Esports, now they tie it up again. This is like sounds like a broken record here, but Dingle Terries, they've scored first in the last 4 consecutive games. At least the last 4. I can't confirm if they've done it in all 5, but definitely at least the last 4 here. As NativePakz Esports, they always have an answer for them. You saw it in Game 4, and now in Game 5. If they score next, they take the lead.
Indeed. And like I was mentioning before, Forpack and Omni, 2 players you have to be very careful on from both teams. Mr. Nuggy, he's also a pretty good player as well. He does make the play a little bit easier for Dingle Terries, clearing it into the corner. Reaper looking for a dangerous shot, a follow-up. What a save! No, it's not a save. It's a goal. Actually looked like it was going to be cleared out, but I guess not the right touch. Forpack definitely got a shot on. Mr. Nuggy did get a piece of it. Unfortunate touch, though, from him on the defensive end. NativePakz Esports will be getting their second goal. But once again, there's very, very strong defense coming out from Dingle Terries, regardless of a miss or not. Got Omni now on the offense. He throws a shot to the backboard. Reaper, dangerous. As that's a 2-2 tie game series.
Man, it has to end this way, doesn't it? It just has to be close in Game 5. No blowouts here just yet. We've only just gone just over 2 minutes in, and both teams taking wild chances here. It always comes down to the cleanup crews of these teams. None of these goals really all look super pretty, except for maybe that solo goal that we saw from Fort to get the second goal here. But, I mean, none of these goals, it's all about the cleanup here for these teams. It's all about putting in that second shot when needed. As Swartback, a huge whiff here. He needs to get back on defense. He's so fortunate Mr. Nuggy doesn't have any boost there to use against his team. As if he did have even a little bit of boost, that could have been the goal that gave the lead right back to Dingle Terries. As Reaper then a long clear. That one fools Mr. Nuggy. But Omni there to collect it. He's always the last man on that rotation there. And for good reason. He's been playing super consistently this series. And if he keeps playing like this, he's gonna find a lot of opportunities for his team. As Thwart, this one's gonna find the corner as well. He's gonna pop it up, looking for a pass in field potentially. Instead, he's gonna let Mr. Nuggy take the clear. Here comes Reaper.
Definitely.
Yeah, stuck in the blue hand as Omni's gonna get this one by.
As now it's Omni looking for a little bit of a dribble. Thorpack shutting him down with that early challenge. Reaper, he saw the challenge, he saw the space on the field, he went for the challenge. He has Thorpack at the midfield, couldn't quite get the pass on. Mr. Nuggy does get a save out of it. It comes the challenge as well. Talk about a solo play and a half. Make that times 2. Mr. Nuggy, the captain of Dingle Terries, he's a pretty strong player. Get the solo play down the field, play a player on the opponents. Not to mention, he's also 3 goals right now. All the goals coming out from the captain leading the team in Game 5. That is definitely what you would love to see from a team. The captain leading the charge. As Mr. Nuggy looking to get a 4th goal here. Reaper will be able to clear it out to the corner. After Warpack now waiting for the ball here. Miscommunication from NativePakz Esports as Reaper is going to look to take it up on the right wall. Mid-right boot still open. A shot to the backboard. No double will happen. A follow-up will not happen as well. Thorpack playing a little bit more safe here. Doesn't want to concede another goal here. Omni now on the counterattack. Looks for the flick. Can't quite get it. Thorpack has space now. It's a 2v1. Reaper gets bumped out of the way by his teammate. Thorpack throws the shot to Nuggy. Now the opportunity for the opposite team. Nuggy looking for the breakaway. A shot on goal. 4-2 as Mr. Nuggy. He's doing it all. A beautiful solo play. Powerful follow-up as well as Mr. Nuggy leading Dingle Terries in Game 5.
Yeah, a great goal there from Mr. Nuggy, but yeah, that all comes down to an overcommit here from NativePakz Esports. Everybody sent upfield extremely aggressively. I think they were looking for demos there. You saw Reaper super high up, probably trying to play the enforcer role, but doesn't work here. And again, sending 2 players upfield. For NativePakz Esports, this could become their downfall. But Omni couldn't put the shot on target and instead passes it out for Mr. Nuggy. He's been that prime striker for them this series. as Omni's just going to keep it in that end. We're in the final 30 seconds of gameplay, and if NativePakz Esports can't get something going, can't get something cooking, and then they're going to find themselves down in a heartbreak. As here comes Thwartpack. Gonna clear it out to the corner. He's gonna bounce favorably, fortuitously even. But that's only for Dingle Terries. Reaper Den can't find the clear, and here comes Omni! That one off, and final 10 seconds of gameplay. They need to score now for NativePakz Esports, but it's not going to happen. An upset here! The start off the day! The 1-3 Dingle Terries have now just gone 2-3.
Dingle Terries, they will be pulling off a strong game number 5 here to end out the series. Mr. Nuggy and Omni. That's a very strong duo you have here. We saw in the first game 1, NativePakz, they started off strong, and then Dingle Terries, they shut down the strong fighting NativePakz roster with a quick response of their own in games 2 and 3. They got beaten up in game 4, but then they responded again in game number 5. I feel like Dingle Terries, they're not much of a strong team when it comes out to start off with, but they can definitely return the favor. It's kind of like vibranium. You hit a vibranium shield, it stores the energy, and it hits the energy back towards the hitter. So yeah, Dingle Terries, they're a pretty strong team. 8 shots in total, a save, a passing play, and 4 goals in game number 5. And of course, NativePakz Esports. Fortunately, they will not be winning game number 5, but we will be seeing a pretty good stats board for both teams, as the win-loss ratio now is 2-2, I believe, for Dingle Terries.
Yep.
And for NativePakz Esports, it is 3-2 for the win-loss ratio. Oh my goodness.
Ratio.
Win-loss record. Sometimes I do not speak best English, but NativePakz Esports are going to go 3-2, and Dingle Terries are going to be going 2-2. We may potentially see another rematch when playoffs come around, because most times, 9 times out of 10, we do see teams that go 3-3 in the playoffs, 50-50 out of times, and usually a team with 4 wins or more gets to the playoffs. So we may potentially see a possible rematch between these two teams, which will be very lovely. I'd love to cast this team again, or this match again with you.
Yeah,
GG's to both teams.
Yeah, of course. What a great series again. The start of the day. But that's not the only series. We got 3 more after this. We got Funky Bunch versus the Strikers of Chaos Crimson, and then after that we'll have SNRF versus Humongous Melonheads, and then to end off the night we'll have Neptune Kings versus Reeskee Shots. As again, this is such a good matchup. Again, we got a tier 5 following this, and I mean it's been a great time with you, but that's going to end my time with you. Maybe we'll see each other in another day. I would love to have you on the stream again. I'd love to be on your stream soon enough since it's back up and running. Again, thank you so much for joining me, Falcons. It's been amazing. Before you do go, I want to shout out anybody that's helped you in your casting career so far, because I'm sure there's been a lot of people along the way.
Yeah, I think there's going to be way too much names to bring out, but I will say thank you for having me on tonight, for not only witnessing this match, but for co-casting it as well. Thank you to everybody who supported my channel. Granted, I've been out for 83 days. You guys still showed a lot of love, and maybe Streamlabs may not love the stream so much, but you guys always do. So much love to you guys, and yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. I'll see you guys possibly later if Sporty will invite me back on. But
no, yeah. Man, you're always invited. Just send me a message. Actually, I'll send you a message at some point again with the updated schedule. Maybe you'll join us later on this week. Maybe you'll join us next week. Who knows? But until the next day, it's so nice. It's been nice to have you, man.
The question is, we're gonna do an interview with NativePakz Esports Day? They said they're down.
Next match is in 10 minutes, man. That's very difficult. That's really difficult, man. I don't think I can do another match in 10 minutes, but I don't think I can get it. I can get it fitting in with 10 minutes, and then have a pre-show, and then have my next co-caster coming onto the call. So I think we'll have to just I don't think we'll be able to do that here tonight, but. You know what? In another night, if it was a shorter series, 100% I'd get NativePakz in here. Reaper a super chill dude, so it sucks that we're not gonna get him here, but maybe in a future day or match or whatever it is, and and hopefully you'll be along with us when that does happen.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you again for having me.
Of course. Have an amazing evening. We're gonna get our next caster into the lobby, into the stream in just a moment. Again, everybody, say good night to Red Falcons. You're gonna see him tomorrow on the Red Falcons Twitch stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. You guys, I better see you guys there.
Yep. All right. Love y'all. Peace out for now, and I'll see you guys another day. Peace.
Of course. Well, that was Red Falcons. What a great match there, but not the only match. We have a couple more following us later tonight. We are gonna get Melekiym in for our next match. It will be an amazing match before us, but it will be, and as he gets here, it will be the Funky Bunch versus the Strikers of Chaos Crimson, a tier 5 3v3. Again, we're getting Melekiym in here in any moment. Hopefully he'll show up soon enough. Again, that match did go a little longer than expected. And again, we're going to get the lobby up as well for these teams because I'm sure they're wondering where the lobby info is. Lucky for them, it'll be sent in just a few minutes. This USD matchup. Hello, and how are you doing? It's nice to see you on the stream. How's it going over there? You're getting Melekiym in here in just a moment. Funky Bunch logo's elite. Yeah, I love it, guys. I love the Funky Bunch logo. Vandalay? That's how I pronounce it. Good. I can pronounce names. No, I'm gonna make the lobby right now, so I may not be able to see what you guys are saying because I sadly only have one monitor, which sucks. But I can deal with it. Where is it? What do they want to go by? Okay. It will be, again, the Funky Bunch here, undefeated so far in the Indy Gaming League as... Hey, Melekym's joined! Hey, welcome to the stream, Melekiym.
Hey.
Yeah, am I pronouncing your name correctly? I actually didn't ask you about this. Is it Melekiym? Is it Melekiym?
You can call me Mel.
Mel, cool. Well, that will make it easier. That means I can't possibly mispronounce it. Well, hopefully, how's your day been going? Hopefully you've been getting excited for this match.
Well, I was supposed to be in the tennis tournament today. Apparently, I had to do qualifiers. I won my match. I won all 4 of my matches, and now I was hoping to go to bed, and then I remembered I have to cast. Is this a best of 5?
It is.
All right,
it is a best of 5. It should be less than 45 minutes.
Okay, because I am very tired. Because I did like 8 or 7 hours worth of tennis practice and then matches today. So,
man, that sucks. That sounds like a terrible time, but you know, it's probably fun for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. The matches were just crazy. Oh my god. I barely beat this guy that's top 25 in the state. Oh my god.
Well, what's your current level in the state, if you don't mind me asking?
I am not ranked in the state. This is my first time getting back into tennis after I got injured last year, so
I see.
Yeah. So this is gonna be my first this is gonna be my first tournament in 3 years. Or 3.5 years. So
yeah, of course, man.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Of course, well, that sounds like fun, but it's also fun, Rocket League. And even though you're tired, it's so great to have you joining us here for this match, as we are immediately getting into our match here between Strikers of Chaos Crimson and the Funky Bunch. I mean, obviously, I'm sure it's been Funky Bunch are undefeated, and I know that's pretty impressive in the Indie Gaming League because I mean you're playing against teams that are of very similar skill levels. As we do have a prediction poll going, apparently it's been fixed now, so we can send a prediction poll out for everyone. So everybody, vote for who you think will win this series. Between the Funky Bunch, who will be in the blue, and the Strikers of Chaos Crimson, who will be in the orange. Again, it's really anybody's guess here, but if I had to put my money on anyone, sadly, I think I have to go against the Strikers of Chaos Crimson. They're like one of the Knights of Chaos organization, which represents the Strikers of Chaos. It's such a nice organization because they always show up, but it's an undefeated team they're going against. This is going to be a tough match for them.
Oh yeah, there's a big differential when it comes in the stats once again. Funky Bunch, they have 2.7 goals per game. It's almost impossible to really see that stat in any league, and for them to be having that so far in very tough indie gaming league division, and on top of that, go completely undefeated so far this season. This will 100% be an interesting match, but just like you said, it will probably heavily favor the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, as hey, we got people betting here. As we are getting the info out, I sent the info to you, so you should be able to join. So, sorry about the last match. The last match went to game 5, so it had to go the distance. It didn't, and that took about 45 minutes. But I do have everybody betting in here. Let's see what the bets are like, because sometimes people are betting. I see Rattle Labs is betting a ton on this match. He always gets here pretty often, but you get nothing or you lose 10. Okay, that's cool to know, Labs. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, hey, man, you got people betting against you. And I will actually get the announcement out. 2 Nights of Chaos. I'm sure they're wondering what the heck I'm doing with my announcement, as thank you, Pasca, with the raid of 1. Pasca. Oh my goodness, it's great to see you, man. And Avandale with the welcome to the Sporty stream with the follow. I know your night's been going well. You're talking so much about this match. You're hyping it up last series. And now you get to experience it. As I mean, what do you expect to see? It's tier 5 gameplay. And it is around Diamond 1 and below. It's gonna be a low level gameplay, but I mean, we talked about it last series, Mel. But I mean, what do you think is gonna be the big win here? I think it's gonna be, again, pressure. I always say pressure's a winner here. If you got the best midfield, you're gonna have the best team.
I mean, then again, that is true. Like, the skill range with lower tiers, lower ranks, varies very, very far. Like, there's a big difference. A lot of you can run into most mechanical Diamond 2, and the next game you drop down, you're in Diamond 1. It's completely lower pace of gameplay. You can never know what to expect. I expect it not to be a blowout. I do expect it to be close. And I do think this one could be a very, very interesting match. And any of these players can be the estimated 1 bit, but oh my goodness, Funky Bunch with 2.17 goals per game. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I will say you did just get a lot quieter here, so I'm gonna leave and I'll rejoin Discord. How's that sound? Because it sounds like there's some crackling issues, so I'm gonna leave and rejoin, see if it's on my end. Because we did just get some crackling issues here on the stream. It'll take just a second. Well, that's interesting. Here we're gonna have a quick little bit of a hiatus here from the stream, but we'll be right back. I'm gonna get the Discord up and running again, see if maybe we can fix the sound issues we had there. We are joining back into the call. That was quick. Some melt. Let's see if maybe those issues have been fixed. It looks like he's fixing on his mic. He was working on his mic as well. We did have issues there. He just got super quiet on us, but hopefully that doesn't stop us anymore. As hello, Son of Chaos. I see you there saying hi. So we have that 22 pixels. Hey man, it's better. Hey man, at least it's got a camera on this computer. That's what's impressive. It's a laptop and it's got a camera. You don't see that often. You're still a little quiet here. Can you turn yourself up anymore?
I don't think.
Here, I'll turn you up then. I'll see if I can get you up to 200. It's as loud as I can get you. Maybe you gotta move a little closer to your mic.
Alright, this right here is I think as close as I can go.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. You're still a little quiet here, but it's not a problem as long as the stream can hear you. And if I can hear you, then the stream most likely can hear you. And we're pretty good as all the players getting ready. Good luck in the chat. We're gonna get this best of 5 started. Is he frozen for everyone or just me? Am I frozen? He's good now? Oh my goodness, you're loud now. I'm gonna have to turn you down. You look like... There. That should be good. There we go. Looks like you maybe fixed it, Mel. Are you in the lobby right now, man?
Alright.
I sent you the name and password.
I believe I'm in the lobby.
I sent you the lobby name and password. I can do a little bit of work while that's happening, as everybody in here. It is Strikers of Chaos Crimson in the orange, and the Funky Bunch are in the blue. Funky Bunch looking to make their season 5-0. They're keeping that unbeaten run going. As here comes Pirate Firmino with the ball in front of him. A bit of fumbling down there, but it doesn't matter how funny it looks as long as it works, and it definitely worked there. This one back to McChuffins. A huge bump in the backfield, and McChuffins will score the first goal of the series. And it's all here for the Funky Bunch. See Bloodwolf bumped away by Clean.
That's a beautiful outplay by Clean. Just getting around 2 players, forcing a player to commit. That's right back out to McChuffins to get the beautiful bar down shot off the kickoff again. Something. Not able to read it clean off the backboard. Double back toward the middle of the field. Bouncing right back into the corner here. Ball is still lingering right back down. McChuffins has another opportunity here. Gets past the defense. Completely outplaying everybody. 2-0. The Funky Bunch.
Yeah, and while that's happening, I'm going to quickly now reset you because you've now gotten quiet again. So I'm going to just put you up to 200%. So don't worry about it. Stream should now be able to hear you perfectly fine. As, yeah, great lead here. Funky Bunch showing you exactly why they're unbeaten in this season. As now they take 2 off of the Strikers of Chaos Crimson. We've been here for the Strikers of Chaos during their highs, during their lows. What kind of team will we get today? It does seem like it just depends really how the day is for them. They're going to show up or not. It's a difficult road here for them because it's such a tough team for them to play against. A lot of teams here are just, it's just a difficult run for them. But Strikers of Chaos Crimson, a win here would be, 1, it would be impressive, an upset victory against a team that hasn't lost yet. And 2, it'd be impressive because it could really get them here into the playoffs, because at this stage of the season, everybody's looking at the playoffs, and for Strikers of Chaos Crimson, with that even 2-2 record, there's no one thinking more about it than them.
Yeah, clean 500. They have to make sure they're coming away with a win here. They have to be able to convert this ball downfield. They are committing a little bit. It's not the best flip by Bloodwolf, but that's Spencer right back up. McChuffin's trying to get the shot, but nice 50 back down in the midfield. Firmino trying to get past 1. To get to flick past 2. Clean is there. Firmino can't get the bump on player there on the back line. Killer Eagle just lobs this one downfield back to Bloodwolf. Bloodwolf on the back line, trying to force a couple of players to commit, but Funky Bunch have been able to stay nice, calm, and composed in the back line, not overcommitting for a lot of these challenges. That's a nice pass back, but it's super risky. They have to be able to control this one on the back line again. Clean pass back to McChuffins. McChuffins trying to get the shot on target. The 50 does come out once again. Killer Eagle trying to get past 1, but that's a beautiful play. Rebel in the corner, trying to make something work here. Not really been able to convert a lot of these opportunities. They have not been able to stay consistent on offense right now in the blue half. Strikers, Crimson, this is their first real opportunity.
This one off the back wall, cleared away by Clean, and the roster. Now the Strikers of Chaos here. Some time on offense. They're getting some space. They're getting some chances, some shots even, but they haven't been able to penetrate that defense just yet. The Funky Bunch still enjoying the fruits of their labor, as now they march right back into the orange half. This one mid, but no one there to challenge it. Both Clean and Pirate were in the backfield. A misrotation will cause a missed opportunity on offense, as now bringing it back up. And for Strikers of Chaos Crimson, I mean, what do you think they need here to get themselves back in the series? Because it just seems like they got the offense, but it's just one thing that's missing. I mean, Mel, what do you think that the Strikers of Chaos need here just to get that first goal?
They need more consistent controlled touches, maybe a couple of follow-ups coming in here. Need to be able to get these slow outplays. No, don't overcommit for that one. Rebel, you did commit. That was a good play, Rebel. I do like the idea of going and challenging a player, forcing him to flick it early, and in that case, it did work out for you because he did end up completely missing it, setting it up for a teammate. But that's another thing. Once that happened, there are 2 players. I think it was Killer Ego and Bloodwolf that double committed in the midfield. Now a nice demo coming out. Clean trying to find an opportunity here. He's not able to find us. Another bang down field for Pirate Firmino. Trying to get past 1. Eagle on the back line, gonna stay composed. We got to clear away, but still, there is a minute left.
Yeah. Oh, your mic. You're right there. Your mic just absolutely crackled on me. Hopefully. You right, Mel? Mel, while he's having these mic issues, a shot from Bloodwolf, cleared away by Clean, and the Funky Crew keep themselves in a shutout in Game 1, as now we get into the final seconds of gameplay. Do the Strikers of Chaos Crimson have anything left in their tank to get just a single goal here? But instead, it will be for Pirate Firmino, named after the football legend in the English Premier League. He gets a goal in this game, and now the Funky Bunch lead by 3. A great first game from them here on Manfield night.
Oh, finally, another goal coming in. Pirate Firmino able to put it into the back of the net off of a misplay on defense by Strikers Crimson. They have to be able to stay composed on defense. They have not been able to get a lot of these clean touches that they need to start rotating back into the play. Nice play with McChuffins forcing it. Actually, Eagle committed for that one. McChuffins has just completely outplayed him. He'd pushed a little bit too far up. It was so awkward trying to get the backflip. Completely missed it. And McChuffins was able to get the rebound, puts it into the bottom right corner. Puts the team up by 4.
And again, what so many teams struggle with at this level is that backward. You don't see anybody covering it, and it's really tough to read it because when the ball goes over your shoulder like that, your camera can do some wild things, and you really can't orient your car correctly. As now the final seconds of gameplay, that will be it. Funky Bunch are going to take game 1, as now they let the ball drop to the ground. A great start for the Funky Bunch. It was their win every single step of the way.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was predicted by a lot of people that Funky Bunch would come in here and just absolutely dominate. But Strikers Crimson, I am impressed with what they did show. They showed some resistance, but in the end, 8 shots for Funky Bunch, and only 2 saves for Strikers Crimson, 2 of which coming from Killer Ego. Now, they're not reading up. That means that they're talking with each other. They're probably trying to go over what they need to do to make their game plan, to make their gameplay better going into these next games. You cannot be dropping 2 games in a row. I do understand for a lot of teams in the higher ranks, game 1 is more of a feeler game. Let's see if they're going to be able to come in back into this. Probably change up the play style a little bit, maybe play a little bit more physical. Send one, try and get the follow-ups on offense more, have a player in position to rotate in immediately after the first guy rotates out. And they need to be able to start converting these chances. So far, they have not been able to. Once they start doing that, I will not be surprised if they start winning these games.
Yeah, again, we get into game 2, and I mean, as a Battle Labs, I did see your message there about the camera. Yeah, well, currently I'm thinking about maybe even looking for a new computer. Actually, that is probably my first thing, because I'm currently using a laptop. Actually, I'm actually looking for blue light glasses as well, because I need those. Because I look at my computer all day, and my eyes hate that. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking about getting new everything soon enough for my setup, just because this computer, what's funny about this computer is it has like battery issues. I don't know if you've ever known this about like computers, Mel, but I use like a laptop, and this laptop has like the worst battery ever. Like literally running Rocket League right now is draining its battery. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, no, you have to keep your charger in when you're playing Rocket League. I have a gaming laptop too.
Yeah, no, my charger is in, man.
Oh,
it's
no.
draining the laptop even though the charger's in. I'm telling you, this laptop has like the worst battery ever. It is hilariously bad. This one goes back, and clean off the back wall is McChuffins, and Pirate Firmino caught his own teammate off guard here. Pirate Firmino, clueless on what to do there. He was a deer in headlights for a moment, able to back himself up and keep the ball in the orange half. And great pressure here to start off by the Funky Bunch. And I gotta tell you, whoever has more pressure wins. And Funky Bunch are definitely the clear favorites in that statistic alone.
Oh, that's a big miss. Coming up, McChuffins pass 1, trying to get the outplay. And this one, McChuffins past the entire defense. Oh, he almost got the outplay. That would have been a Shogun moment.
You almost blew out my ears on that play, and I completely understand why. McChuffins almost 1v3s the entire Strikers of Chaos Crimson defense, but wasn't able to do so. Now, again, Funky Bunch, they transition so well. We haven't even mentioned that about them. They're just able to go straight to offense whenever they need to. And it's courtesy of every single field of their players. They always have someone hanging up upfield, in the midfield, able to follow through and get a second touch. As once again, you see just players in the midfield crowding it down, and they keep counteracting every single clear here from the Strikers of Chaos. It's just suffocation. They hold a vice grip on this team, and they're not letting go anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, you're right about these midfield. They're able to stay up in the midfield, but then again, there are so little challenges in the midfield coming out from the Strikers Crimson. Team Rebel looking for a shot, not able to find it off the backboard again. Maybe a follow-up here. Will they put it through? They have an opportunity, but it completely goes to waste once again. McChuffins not a lot of boosts to work with. Gets completely beat on that one, but once again, that midfield pressure.
Oi.
Midfield pressure is right there for Mino! Past the entire defense! Brace for Fernino!
It's all in the hips. He dribbles it past one. He flicks it over the second, and the third has nothing that he can say about it. Outplayed, outperformed, and Pirate Firmino. He does it again as Walrus coming in with the "That's my Pirate." Yeah, that is your Pirate, and he's playing exceptionally. What a great goal here. And can't you believe it? It's been almost halfway through the game, and they get their first goal. Strikers of Chaos Crimson, don't take your eyes off them right now, because they are looking better and better. They just need offense here. And they are getting chances, but they are few and far between. As now Clean, a long shot. Killer Eagle's going to collect this one on the backfield. A skilled play. Mechanics here. Going to keep his team without conceding a second. And again, Strikers Crimson, they're just having difficulties here. I mean, Mel, I think it's just a midfield here for them. They're having a lot of difficulties as a dribble downfield. It's in front of the net. Who wants it? And Bloodwolf with a miss. Strikers of Chaos Crimson, moments away from getting their first goal. Instead, it's brought downfield, and that shot saved by Killer Eagle.
Oh my goodness, Strikers Crimson, we're seeing so much resistance against the Funky Bunch so far this game. They're looking so better than what we saw in game number 1. They're kind of trying to get back into their groove, into their feel. They just have to challenge more in the midfield. They have to be able to meet the Funky Bunch on those unchallenged midfield lines. They have to be able to defend their backboard, clean up the backboard, forcing one to commit Eagle on the back end, trying to get the save. Another double commit coming through, a demo in the air on Bloodwolf. This one bouncing right back to the middle of the field. Killer Eagle in the corner, trying to get past the entire defense. Chuffins off the backboard, the follow-up. Clean! He's there! Clean! Shoots! Clean! Scores! Brace for Clean!
Oh, and he's wiping the floor here. Get the mop out, because he's getting everything cleaned up here for them as a great shot to the bottom left corner. Gives his team the insurance they desperately needed, and insurance they definitely deserved. Funky Bunch, once again, looking to do another shutout here against the Strikers of Chaos Crimson. I mean, I have a really big question here for you, Mel. The shots are going to be a good indicator, but how many shots do both teams have?
A lot. Oh!
A lot? Mel's passed first grade math. A lot of shots here.
I'm Turbo Pulsa.
Yeah, he's got the turbo. Yeah, he's got the turbo pulsa. The turbo pulsa humor.
All right, that's what we call this now. All right. Oh
Yeah,
my
as-
goodness. Just- oh.
Yeah, as
No,
Funky Bunch, and there are a lot of shots here. A great quantity here to tell us just how well they're doing here. As it just seems like, even though, I mean, you said it, the Strikers of Chaos Crimson have a lot of shots, but they just aren't able to make it work. It seems like, I can't remember the last time they shot on that net. And that just tells you just how well the Funky Bunch have played. They don't even let any quality shots get past them. They make sure they defend every single every single chance that goes at their net.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I feel like it's less about them defending, because a lot of the shots that Strikers Crimson have been putting on target have been not as threatening as I want to see them. They have the opportunities. They just need to be able to convert. They need to be able to connect the passes, connect in the midfield. They've got to be able to challenge more. They've only have 5 shots compared to the 10, or the 9 rather, coming out of the Funky Bunch. And now, if you're Strikers Crimson, as your coach or your team captain, what are you saying to your players right now to get their mental reset, to get them back into the series? Because right now, they are facing a match point situation that could really hurt their playoff chance.
Yeah, and I think what's even crazier, they do have subs available if they were to use any. As, I mean, we still have 2 players on the bench. We have Moosey on the bench. Sorry, just 1 player. Moosey on the bench. He could come in. We have seen him play, I think, on the stream before. But what's really impressive is, they're the Funky Bunch. This is business as usual. They have 100% game win percentage. They swept through Data Demons. They had a forfeit win against City Boys Up. They swept the Bloody Stumps.
Hold on. Wait,
And then they had a
wait.
3-0 forfeit win against Trident Force.
Did you just say they're undefeated in game percentage?
Yeah, they've won every single game, and they're looking to maybe even have a perfect sweep, the first ever perfect sweep on the stream. What a series that would be if we get it here.
Get hyped, get ready. It is game day, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go into this game number 3, where Strikers Crimson, they need to win to keep their chance of winning the series alive 100%. Funky Bunch on match point. Either we have a sweep or a spark of a potential reverse sweep. Here we go.
Yeah, you know, I have a perfect game plan here that will always work for the Strikers of Chaos Crimson. You want me to tell you what it is? It's kind of secretive, but I promise you it will work. Just score for it. No, but just score more than your opponents. That's exactly how it works. But I mean, you can't really score if the Funky Bunch are putting so much pressure on you, and they aren't even giving you any opportunities on offense. I think every single time Strikers of Chaos Crimson get to offense, they're thanking everything. It seems like it takes a Herculean effort just to get there, and they get a shot. But now they need to look for a goal, because what a series it would be if they get perfect swept. No goals scored. That's never happened on this stream before. We've gotten close before. We've gotten actually where we had a scrimmage, a best of 7 scrimmage that didn't become a perfect sweep because one team I think scored a goal in game 3 and then scored another one in game 4. Now the question is, how do Strikers of Chaos Crimson get their first goal? As a double commit here is going to give Pirate Firmino some space. We know what he can do when he's all alone. Dribbles past one into the corner. Options infield. And doesn't get it. Clean's going to follow up here. And McJuffin smart play to not go for that. He knows he's not winning that one and instead concedes the ball.
Here's Pirate once again trying to get the outplay. Watch out, you have to brace on defense because you know what he can do. Trying to get around the defense completely. It was a one-on-one situation. He just couldn't get the outplay. Clean in the corner one more time. Trying to get back toward the middle of the field. McJuffin to the back line gets completely beat by Eagle. Nice play here. Try to pass it right back to Clean, but Clean, let's stay a little bit more composed. Had no boost to work with on the back line. Instant challenge. Will this be the play to finish what could be the perfect sweep? No, it will not be. They're trying to make sure they're not going to get embarrassed on the stream. The perfect sweep will still be intact. Just for the moment, Rebel on the back line. McJuffins gets the outplay. The fake! Look at him go! It's open! Can he get the shot on target? But the nice save coming in by Bloodwolf on the back line. They've been able to get the saves. They've been able to play nice defense, have that resistance. They just have not been able to have the offense.
Yeah, I always say this here, but when it comes to sweep, games 1 and 2 are always the easiest. Game 1, you kind of have to feel it. Game 2, you have your playstyle, but Game 3, that's when the other team makes adjustments. What adjustments do Strikers of Chaos Crimson make? Because it looks like they're just getting a little more offense. No perfect sweep today. Bloodwolf on a breakaway chance will get the first goal as a huge challenge for McJuffins. As he just kind of dives in there on Bloodwolf. Bloodwolf evades him, gets the shot on the target, and sadly, Mel, there's no perfect sweep here, but we still could see a sweep. A free house sweep from the Funky Bunch. They just need to get 2 goals now.
This feels like when Bravado scored on the Renegades, their first goal of the series, and it was well-deserved. A nice outplay by McJuffins trying to get back into the game. The first one, Clean got completely caught out on defense, or in the midfield rather. Rebel off the backboard. You gotta brace your backboard for this guy. Rebel, the outplay. Rebel keeps it stalemated in the midfield. Clean takes the ball from his teammate, but maybe he had a better touch on this one. Clean still going. Clean looking for the 50, not able to find it. Pirate just continuing the pressure. Clean getting it right back into the corner. McJuffin's in the midfield waiting for this one. McJuffin is up for it. Cannot get the first touch. Clean in the corner. McJuffin's going to go right back down. Pass it back to Clean. Clean. Can he have the angle? Clean puts it through. Brace your goal because it's going to be absolutely wrecked.
And Clean, prime first man, just going for everything this series. He has no off switch. Just wants everything as... Oh, game sound's back, because I forgot to turn on game sounds again. I keep doing this to myself, where I forgot to turn the game sound on before every single series, but it doesn't matter as a kickoff goal from Pirate Firmino, and now that gives the lead to the Funky Bunch. As once again, they could sweep another match in this Indie Gaming League. Now they have the lead, and just over 100 seconds left. What happened there?
The cheat. It was a cheat, mate. Yeah, the way that they tried to get the cheat up, that's not how you do it, and you basically had he went as fast as the person that was going to kick off. That is not how you cheat, mate. That's how you got beat completely on the back line. You can't be able to do that, especially if you want to keep your team into this game. That was a costly mistake, and now Clean has an opportunity for it. Not having any boost to work with, just trying to keep the fade pressure. This is an open opportunity. Blood Wolf, not the best first touch, has to get around. Has an opportunity. Clean gets around to 50. This one's bouncing right back out toward the midfield. But Rebels completely misfire in the midfield. Killer Ego completely dominated Clean on that challenge. McChuffins in the back line. There's not a lot of boosts to work with. Blood Wolf trying to get his team right back into the game. Not able to get past one. Clean. Past one. Maybe something else. He's got Pirate. Pirate to end it. That's a Clean. Oh, he can't put it. Pirate past one, but he's still continuing the pressure, Sporty. This is so close.
Yeah, you thought they had just closed it out there at that end. They got through every single defender.
Oh.
But they weren't able to do so. Final seconds ticking by, and this clock must feel like a weight on the shoulders of the Funky Bunch. It can't go by any slower. But for the Strikers of Chaos Crimson, it's about as fast as it can be. Time here. We're getting into the final 30 seconds. One more offensive chance for the Strikers of Chaos Crimson. One more chance potentially to keep their hopes alive. They need to score whatever they get. Clean infield. Could end it now. It's in front of it. Here comes McChuffins. And no more chances left. It will be a sweep here in DFH Stadium. And it will be McChuffins to get the last goal and to seal the deal, putting the nail on this already closed coffin.
The focus has been on Clean, but McChuffins, the entire series, puts in the dagger, the nail in the coffin, and saws it open. This guy is on point. Funky Punch, get the sweep. Over. Striking Clemson.
Striking Clemson?
We don't talk about that anymore.
Striking Clemson.
Striking Clemson. Trevor Lawrence and North Carolina.
No. Don't worry. It was Strikers of Chaos Crimson in my heart, my heart, Mel. As what a quick series that was.
Wow.
We barely even got 23 minutes here, but that will end the series. A win for the Funky Bunch, and a good one at that. A 3-0 sweep. It wasn't a perfect sweep. There was one goal scored at the very end, but that is exactly how you do your series. Right as Funky Bunch now gonna take that sweep into their final week of the season. And you know what? I think they might be able to get that perfect season. One more sweep and they're able to do it.
Oh my goodness gracious. They have not lost. They just don't lose. They just built like that. They conceded a singular goal out of 15 minutes of game time. And it was just amazing to see. This team, the team to look out for going into the playoffs for the Indy Gaming League. But oh my goodness, thank you for having me, mate. This has been amazing. The match was great. You couldn't even tell really, like the hype, the app, like it was so close. It was so close, and of course, the game threes, when a team is on match point, the other team that isn't really tries to push and make sure they don't lose, and they put their foot on the gas. But unfortunately, they were not able to break through that absolutely dominant gameplay of the Funky Bunch, who have. Wait, hold on. I read this wrong. They have 3.25 goals per game? Are you kidding? I've never seen that. Ever. It's that dominant. I can barely break it in 1.5 goals per game. I can barely even break 0.5 goals per game. These guys are putting in as a team 3.25. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, we will have an interview with Clean very shortly, because this was quite a quick match. We can get an interview in here before we get to our third match, but while that's happening, we have two more matches later tonight. After this, we'll have Pink Roses joining us with SNRF versus Humongous Melonheads. Two teams looking to really get their season with a better end than their beginning. And then after this, we'll have a solo cast between Neptune Kings and Reeskee Shots. To end off today. I mean, I'm really looking forward to these matches, but I mean, Mel, that was such a great one, but we do have an interview coming up. As again, it'll be so fun. We are, it's so exciting here.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to talk with Clean here. Clean his gameplay was pretty clean. I'm not gonna lie. He was just vibing off and setting up opportunities for his teammates and converting the opportunities that were coming from his teammates. Clean up on aisle 6.
Hey, welcome to the chat, Clean and Pirate Firmino. How are you guys doing?
Doing excellent. How are you?
Yeah, doing
Oh,
good.
it's been amazing. As again, it's just a great series for you guys. Hey, McChuffins is now in here. He's muted himself, but hopefully he'll be fine. I think he forgot to click the check mark and welcome. No, he just unmuted himself. Hey, McChuffins, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, you're doing well. What a series that was. Almost thought for a second that you guys are gonna get the perfect sweep, but just wasn't there. But you guys still got a sweep. I mean, you guys must be feeling great. You guys have not dropped a single game on anyone so far.
Yeah, we're pretty dominant. We came into the year with the goal of winning the championship. We've trained hard, practiced. We fired our coach from last year, which definitely helped. And we're ready to rumble.
All right, I didn't expect that to happen. Okay, we got a bit of drama here, as we currently to. Well, anyways, what a series! As you want to have a question, Mel?
Can I get something out of the way?
Yeah, sure.
3.25 goals per game. Hello.
Like I said, we practice probably like 3 hours a day, every week.
No, that's an inhumane. That is
That's
an inhumane stat. How
that's
do you
that's
get
torture.
3.5 goals per game? I can barely even break any goal in my ranked match. Like, oh my god, you guys as a team are breaking in that many. Clean, you've got 2.17 goals per game. McChuffins, you've got 2.50 goals per game. You guys are crazy.
Like I said, we struggled in the last couple of years. We haven't made it out of the first round, but we fired our coach. I think that's really relieved some pressure and some team, atmosphere issues, and we're ready to rumble this year.
Yeah, and I mean, this question is now up for you, Pirate Firmino. Clean, obviously saying you guys play 3 hours a day. That's impressive, in my opinion. Do you guys ever get tired from that, or do you guys just keep on chugging and knowing that you guys are just doing really good for you guys? You guys are just doing all good because it's gonna work out in the end.
Yeah. We like to work hard, and we're having a good season. So it's always good to see the results come from the hard work. So it's just hope to continue that for the rest of the season here.
Yeah, and I mean,
Now you guys are okay. I do have a question. For you, Clean. You were amazing. McChuffins over here just completely peaking, setting up his teammates and then cleaning up. You were doing a lot of the same, and I feel like you have played so good so far. I know this entire season. I wasn't really able to watch the entire season, but so far this series, what I could gather, you guys are such a team. You have almost perfect assist percentage that goes with the goals per game. Like, I know you guys have practice, but there's got to be a secret. There's no way all that practice can get 3.25 goals per game.
black magic.
That's inhumane.
Did have a. Oh, go ahead, Clean.
You can
Sorry.
go. You can go, Ryan. You can go.
Well, we just I don't know. We just popped off in those first couple games. We got lots of goals and didn't let many in, as you can see. I don't know what happened those few games, but we also got lucky with a couple FFs from other opponents, so that's unfortunate. We always want to play those games. We could have maybe even got more goals than what we already have right now, so a bit unfortunate with that.
It's definitely important as well to get your pregame stretches in. Don't want to tear anything mid-game.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I mean, we haven't talked to you at McJuffins, but you did just say pregame. Let's talk about that pregame. I mean, you guys may have some secrets, obviously. Maybe it's black magic, but like, with how all you guys are playing, maybe it actually is black magic. That's not out of the question. But McJuffins, you talk about pregame without leaking too much strategy to anybody else. What do you guys kind of do at pregame?
Oh, drink lots of fluids, do your pregame stretches, sacrifice a goat, just the typical things anyone does. But secret is we work well together. We've played together for a while, and we've worked on the chemistry, and it's finally paying off.
Yeah, it is. And now I got a last question. It's for all of you guys. You guys are definitely going to make the playoffs now. You're now 5-0. What a great way to have it. As I want to see you guys. What do you guys expect yourselves to be at the end of the season?
Championship or an absolute failure of a year?
Clean,
Championship
you're the captain.
Yeah, all or
There is a
nothing.
quote.
All or
There is
nothing.
a quote. There is a quote that one of my friends made that says, "If you are not," and I'm reading this exactly off the quote, "if you're not pissed off for success, you're okay with being mediocre." You guys do not look like you're okay with being mediocre. You guys
No.
want that success 100%. You guys are grinding all hours of the day, 3 hours a day. That's incredible. That's like SSG scrim times. Even they don't even scrim. I mean, they do play they
Oh,
Oh,
there goes the
you
mic.
guys are doing the exact same. So, props to you guys. Amazing.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There comes the ambulance. He's here to save Mel's mic. As I want to thank you guys so much for joining. But before you do go, we have a short shout out segment always at the end of this. But I mean, I do see all of you guys talking in the chat about the goat sacrifice. Falcons is probably going to try that soon enough in his matches. But we're going to go down the line here. We're going to start with part Firmino. Firmino, do you have anyone that you'd like to shout out that has brought you thus far?
Shout out to our media handler, Mr. Jay's fan. He's our media follower, so always good to see him working hard. Hopefully, he can come out with another big article. So that's my shout out.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sexy Voice. That's not from me. That's from everybody in the chat is calling you like the sexiest voice ever.
Oh my god.
You should see him in person.
Oh, really?
Thank you.
Yeah, he's a freaking.
Oh no! And suddenly it's gotten 50 degrees hotter in here. As now we go to McJuffins. You have anyone that you'd like to shout out?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out our former and current coach. If it wasn't for our former coach's horrendous failures, we never would have gotten our current coach, and we never would have been doing as good as we have been so far.
Of course, and then we end up with the captain, clean man. Yeah, you led your team to victory here. Is there anyone or anything that has brought you to this exact moment where you guys have not lost even a single game?
Like I said, we changed our logo. We added our #1 fan to the logo, and so she knows who she is. So she's the reason, that we've done so well this year.
Yeah, we've been talking about that. We talked about that logo beforehand for a short amount of time. What an interesting logo that is, I must say. So what a great logo it is. As I'm assuming I was wondering who the fourth person was because I was like, there's only 3 of you on this.
Yeah.
Actually, there's 4 of you on this team now, but I saw the 3 of you over there, and well, it's a bit scary. Looking at that logo, as we're gonna pull it up here on the timer screen. I guess it works. It's quite an interesting logo, and I must say, you guys seem to relish in all the success. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I do hope that we can see you guys in a future day, maybe even next week, and hopefully we can get you guys on stream again. Congratulations on your Frio sweep win. We're hoping for that to continue.
Thanks
Appreciate
for having
it.
us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Of course. Well, that was the Funky Bunch, and now Mel, it's now your time for shoutouts, man. Now that your day is over, do you have anyone that you'd like to shout out, Mel? Before you do have to sadly leave the stream and go to sleep, which you definitely need. You said you're tired.
I'm too tired. That's why I couldn't talk today. I couldn't talk all day. But shout outs. Wow. I'm on the spot now. Shouting out Blizzard Esports organization for a GSCS league that I run asked for. Thank you to them and J_08 for giving me opportunities to cast for Frost and Godspeed and everyone. Guys, tune in Indie Gaming League and Mr. Sporty over here. Absolutely amazing producer, amazing caster. I hope you go far, mate. And for me, that's gonna be it for me at Anno Gaming Spot and the Gaming Spot Championship Series. I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. We'll see you again on Thursday, which is tomorrow. Hopefully, you'll be a little more awake then.
Yes, amen to that. Peace out, everybody.
Of course, have an amazing evening, Mel. Oh, what a great series. We're gonna go to a short commercial break, but when we're back, trust me, when we're back, look at that 3rd match on that list. We got Ink Roses coming back to the stream. Everybody get excited. It's gonna be SNRF versus Humongous Melonheads. You guys are not. You guys just get your boots, get your butts strapped to your seats. We got a match ahead of us that is sure to bring some excitement. We gotta give a special shout out here to Redunga Bunga. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the sportiest stream. Hopefully your evening's been going well. And I do see Heart Racer giving up the GGs, yeah. Hey, no, Heart Racer, thank you for joining along and being such a great fan as well. It's great to see all of you guys supporting your fellow team, your favorite team here in the Indie Gaming League, and I'm always here for you. Hey, how's everybody doing? And hey, Curly Sensei is joining. Hello, Curly Sensei. How's your night been going, man? It's nice to see you back in the stream. You'll always come back, man. It's always nice to see you return, but it's been a long night for me. I don't know if this has been the first match you've been seeing here with me, but we have our third match tonight. It's a tier 3 3v3, our first 3v3 match of the night. It'll be SNRF with Crouton Dusk, which you guys will recognize as the name of the co-caster I had on Monday, I believe, as we casted some great matches there, and he'll be playing against Humongous Melonheads, a team we've seen before. They lost to Strikers of Chaos Emerald, but they looked really good even when they did lose. So this is going to be a good matchup. But to join me tonight on this matchup, it's the one, the only Pink Roses. Hey, Pink Roses, how is it going tonight? You must be excited.
I am. I'm very excited. I'm just waiting to see what happens. I'm very curious of what the teams are going to bring, especially because before we hopped in here, you pretty much told me that these teams were improving. So I always love to see improved teams and see what they bring.
Yeah, both these teams are improving. Both these teams have had pretty equally bad starts to their seasons. We had Humongous Melonheads. They're still 0-4. They haven't been able to win yet. They haven't been able to win a series yet. And on the other side, SNRF 1-3. But today's their day to get some wins. For the season, really, it all comes down to this for Humongous Melonheads. They need to win this, or else they're probably going to find themselves out of reach. As we do have the head-to-heads up. I know you're probably pretty used to Tier 3, Pink Rose. I don't remember the last time you were in Tier 3, but take me through. What do you think you're going to see here between these two teams?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough to say because we're only in Tier 3 for the 2v2s, but as far as 3v3, I mean, I've seen some teams around that like level. I'm expecting to see a lot of like booming clears because teams at lower levels or lower rankings seem to kind of fall into that trap of just kind of booming the ball and seeing what they get out of it, which isn't a bad plan, but you definitely need to switch it up. So I'm hoping to see some teams with some variety to them. Hopefully to see some not only booms but also like, some control.
Yeah, and I mean, whoever has the better control will win. Well, taking a look at the leaderboard, I know you guys can't see it, but I can. I can tell you guys exactly how important this match is. SNRF are currently 15th on the leaderboard. Humongous Melonheads are 20th. Humongous Melonheads, they basically need to win. They need to win these next two games to even have a chance at making it in. SNRF really can't afford another loss if they want to start securing that. If they want to start making that spot easier and easier to get. A win here against a team that theoretically they should beat would be a great way to get themselves an even better chance at not making the playoffs. They're currently, again, in 15th out of the 16 possible teams that can make it in this 23-team division. So this is such an important match. I mean, there must be so much pressure on these teams. Oh, Pink Roses.
I am here. My bad. Yeah, agreed. I mean, there must be, honestly. You don't want to be the team that loses here, honestly. It's definitely a situation where both teams had a rough start, and I think they're both trying to get a redemption here, honestly. And I'm curious to see which team is going to want it more, because essentially that's who's going to win.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, SNRF would win. They already have a win under their belts. They took that win earlier this season. Actually, literally just last week in a Game 5 against 3vads. 3vads, if no one knows who that team is currently, as we look for them, 3vads is currently a team that is actually doing pretty well for themselves here. I'm looking for them on there. They're the 14th place team, just ahead of SNRF, only based on game win percentage. So it's super close here for SNRF, but we know they can take games and even series off of teams ahead of them. Now they have to play a team. Humongous Melonheads do that here against SNRF. They're going to be looking for their first win. I mean, for Humongous Melonheads, really, maybe they don't even have any pressure. We did talk about pressure for SNRF. They definitely have it. But Humongous Melonheads, maybe they don't have pressure because they're already, in this relegation area. Sure, they could still technically make it in, but maybe they don't. Maybe the pressure's kind of less on them because they are just looking for that first win. They're here to have fun at the end of the season. And it really, again, it just depends who can really get themselves in there, who's confident. Because when you have so much pressure on you, as these teams do, that means that there could be a lack of confidence. We're going to be looking at those players, seeing if there's any little bit of hesitation, because every slight bit of hesitation just means that there's more and more on the line.
Yeah, agreed. Honestly, I mean, yeah, to be honest, Melonheads, I mean, they might be a dangerous team on the field because everyone always says to look out for the ones who have nothing to lose, and they certainly don't have anything to lose here. They're just looking for their first win. Uh, SNRF already have a win under their belt. They're just kind of looking for their second here to stay in the competition, honestly. Um, and I'm curious to see what happens because some teams, even though they have that added pressure, some teams they just like flourish under pressure. Some teams crack, some teams flourish. So we'll definitely see what teams are looking like today.
And as that's being done, we're gonna have a short prediction poll coming out. It'll take you we have about 5 minutes here on a clock running. We're gonna get you guys a chance to predict who do you think will win in this match. Do you think it will be Humongous Melonheads or the SNRF team? As that's one person getting their info. Where's the other? The other one is there. There they go. They both get their info now. They'll be joining the lobby in any moment. What I'm looking for here, yeah, especially you said perfectly actually. As Curly Sensei is gonna vote Melonheads. I did see you earlier say that you love that name, and I love it too. I love that. It's a great name, Humongous Melonheads. I do love the teams that had fun names. I mean, my name when I played in ones was Radiant Sporty Sucks at Ones. Shout out to the Radiant Esports organization I was a part of at that time. I won the whole thing, so that was fun. So you know what? Maybe it's a name buff. Maybe they just start off a bit slow here, but when they get into but maybe they'll fight their way back into the playoff contention here for Humongous Melonheads. And you know what? Funny name buff. I'm saying it right now. There's a buff whenever you have a funny name. Funny name buff. If you have the better name, you'll win. And I think Humongous Melonheads wins it in that demographic. I think I've made Pink Roses so speechless here. As again, we're waiting for both teams to confirm they're in the lobby. As again, I think Pink Roses again. We're gonna go back to what he said earlier. I mean, I'm always going back to what he said earlier because he's such a smart co-caster. Here with me. You said we're waiting to see which team will have control, which team will want it more. Control and aggression, I say, is going to be what wins it here. Which team is willing to commit a little bit more to get what they want? We're going to be seeing that here. We're going to start off at Manfield Knight and go down the line. And I really do wonder what this series is going to end up in. It's anybody's series here. Anybody can win. Pink Roses, I don't know if you have anything else to add to that.
Oh, I mean, you said it could be anybody's game. So you know what? I called it last time. I'm going to call it again this time. I say it's going to be a 4-1 game series. That's what I think. That's what I'm looking at.
4-1. It's a best of 5.
I know that. 3-1. I knew that. I meant 4 games, 1 win for someone. That's completely what I meant.
Oh, he's gone 3-1 here. He doesn't care who wins. Well, that's exactly how you do it as a caster on the stream. We're all unbiased at the end of the day. Even if there may be even if there is bias that might be seen, we're all unbiased at the end of the day. We all just want to see good, clean out Rocket League. I just bumped my mic. Yes, whoops, that kind of a little weird, but don't worry, we're doing just fine here. We're just waiting for the teams to join. Hopefully they all are. Do have the names, as we do have the players coming in here, getting ready for their match. Honestly, I'm excited, aren't you?
I am. I mean, again, we were talking about earlier about the team that's going to essentially keep control. And honestly, we talked about this last time. The team that's going to be more solid. But again, I mean, I am a sucker for the cool stuff. So I hope to see some infield passing plays or I don't know, someone popping off. It doesn't matter who. I'm just interested to see something.
Man, and with those great final words said, we're gonna get into the end game and take a look and see if the teams are able to join. We did send the info to them. As hopefully they're both in here. Obviously, since I sent the info to you, it should work for them as well, because you're in here with me.
Correct.
Again, we're going to see. We might actually get going a little bit early here because, honestly, I just want to see the gameplay.
Agreed.
Oh, that says food.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted. I'm hungry. To be fair, I do have a cheesesteak downstairs that I might finish afterwards, if I have the time. You know what a cheesesteak is, right?
I do. Yeah, I think you should probably go ahead and eat that after the game so that you can be alert and be energized for the 11 o'clock?
Oh no, man. Well, first of all, it's definitely gonna take me a little longer than 20, 30 minutes to eat a cheesesteak. And second of all, you know what? I'm just too antsy. I think I'll be fine for right now. But we are trying to get both teams involved in here. It seems like we might be having some issues. We are in contact with both teams. Seems like that they might be falling just a slight bit late. We are sending messages to the teams, confirming that they are in the lobby. Do apologize for this slight delay. We're going to be a little bit late, but what's happening? Might as well take a look at the predictions here. Predictions are super close, as it's a 23% to 77% percentage here. As we got the freaking ninja. Hey, freaking ninja's in here, putting some points on, leading the points for SNRF, and on the other side, you know it, you love it. It's Curly Sensei who's going to be on the side of the Humongous Melonheads, looking for an upset win. I mean, so far today we've had one upset and one, I guess, favorite win. Who knows what this will be? It's not going to be. It's super close for these teams, though. I'm sure the stats say that too.
Yeah, it does indeed. I mean, when I was looking at the stats earlier, I noticed that both of the teams were very similar in their offense and defense, meaning that like their defense was just so much higher. Like the saves on average compared to their goals on average, it was like so much higher. So I'm curious how these teams are going to play. I mean, it seems like they're both defensive teams. They probably like to capitalize on counterattacks, but I don't know how that's going to work when you have two defensive teams. It's going to be up to whoever can keep the pressure without getting countered.
And with those messages, both teams are in. Let's get ourselves going. It is a best of 5 here. What rank are these teams? Says Peaks. Well, yeah, hey, freaking ninja. Yeah, what's up, man? It's been a great night. Hopefully you're having a great night. Peaks, what ranks? This is Tier 3, Champ 1, Champ 2 gameplay. And these teams, well, because they are having a little trouble, maybe some will assume that at the lower end of that spectrum, but it doesn't matter. We've seen some great improvement from these teams and some great upset stories on the stream before. What happens tonight? We just have to wait to find out. 5 minutes on the clock for Game 1. It's SNRF in the blue, Humongous Melonheads in the orange. And we're already off to a great start here, as Dr. Professor's going to take this into the corner, trying to lead his Humongous Melonhead squad to their first IGL win. I mean, it's going to take a lot for that to happen, but I think we could see it happen here.
Agreed. It's definitely anyone's game, as we're seeing a lot of pressure from the from Melonheads here. Well, now they've kind of breaking out of the half, but they were keeping pressure pretty well, so I'm curious if that's going to continue throughout the games or if it's going to change.
And as I see that, Peaks is asking now, what rank is Tier 5? Tier 5 is Diamond 1 and below. We just had a Tier 5 match, literally an hour ago, between Strikers of Chaos, Crimson, and the Funky Bunch. And the Funky Bunch dominated that game. It was a clean 3-0 sweep. I'm sure both these teams would love to have that result, but it's definitely tough to do. As that shot's going to be saved by Crouton. Crouton, I keep saying it again, a guy who's casted with me before, literally only a few days ago, and now assisting a Porcupine Duck too, to the first goal of this one. And look at what he does upfield. Enforcer removing Dr. Professor from the play.
What a beautiful play. You love to see a good pump play come to fruition. I mean, and you're seeing a lot of these booming clears again. This is what I was talking about earlier. They're just banging the ball out, hoping to get something. And if you have a good teammate to bump someone out the way, I mean, it just works because no one's there to protect it.
Yeah, utilizing 2 players on offense, as now SNRF take a lead here. Not an early lead. It took them a while to get it, but a lead nonetheless. And look at what he's doing here. We have players going for demos on SNRF. And I mean, Flying Narwhal now getting involved, but wasn't able to connect with anyone there. As SNRF now going upfield, here comes Crouton. This one deflected away by Dr. Professor, and now he's looking for heads. As Mogul Maniac's gonna get it upfield and away. And it's cleared away by the other team. Yeah, what do you think, Roses? I mean, again, I think you're seeing. Again, we're going to hear what your words of wisdom are on both these teams. I'm sure they're making great plays along the way.
Yeah, we're seeing some pressure from Melonheads, and there you go. I mean, it just takes a shot on net, honestly. Puts it top left.
Yeah.
No one no one really there to save it.
And that double commit in the midfield, costly for SNRF. Pink Roses, I mean, as they're already asking, they want a lobby reset. It looks like ping is super high here for Dr. Professor. Hopefully I've definitely set it to USD servers, but we'll make sure to get a reset afterwards. As again, I hear work for the people. We may have had a lobby server issue. As a great shot from Jairo, however you pronounce it, he's now given his team a lead.
Yeah, and you hate to see it. You definitely don't want to see a disadvantage like ping cost your team the game. Hopefully they'll be able to pull through. I mean, we're seeing definitely some double commits, so maybe that has something to do with it. Hopefully that doesn't continue, but we'll definitely have to see what happens. If I was the player who was having ping issues, or if that was on my team, I would definitely suggest playing as cautiously as possible to not make mistakes. And oh my goodness, just a passing play in, that is just beautiful. That's what you want to see. Crouton passing it down to his friend Narwhal and just puts it on net. That's all you need, honestly. Just putting it on net, and these passing plays are just beautiful because it gets right past the defense.
Dr. Professor, he was the one to complain about it. His team just lost that lead, but they're playing super well, and as you said, defensively, but it doesn't seem like that's the game plan for Dr. Professor. He's just continually playing aggressive. He doesn't want to be any sort of hindrance to his team this game. A game, some points every series. A lot of times the team that wins game one will ultimately win the series, but of course, that statistic has been broken before. It can be broken again. We've seen many spaceman sweeps as well, as game one, generally speaking, is usually the slowest and sadly the most boring of all the games, but here it's definitely a bit of a fun game. We did see both these teams showing their teeth just a little bit and getting some goals. As this pinch in field from Narwhal, Crouton wasn't there to get it, and now Dr. Professor takes it downfield, challenged by Porcupine. And Porcupine Duck gonna keep this one going in mid for Crouton. A goal to the man in the golden hat. As Crouton giving his team a lead with only 92 seconds remaining. Oh, what a late game lead here. And SNRF looking like they want to just take this. Again, you said they want a little bit more here. SNRF definitely fighting for every inch of space.
Indeed, and we're starting to see some mechanics come out from Narwhal here, going for a flip reset. I don't know. I mean, I love to see the effort, but I don't know if that's what's going to win the game, but we'll have to see. I mean, I've been proven wrong before, and I would love to see some consistency come out of those mechanics to score something nice.
You always talk about how you want to see nice goals, man. I want to see nice goals, but ultimately those goals don't matter. Oh my goodness! Oh, that one almost went in as an almost insane own goal. You talking about mechanics? Well, SNRF almost brought you some insane mechanics on their own nets. So, I mean, I guess you're getting a little bit of taste of what's to come here from SNRF. Hopefully for them, hopefully for their own sake and their own fans' sake, they don't score in their own nets. But when time dwindling down here, Humongous Melonheads looking to get a win here. Even though they are 0-4, a 25% game win percentage is pretty good for a team that hasn't been able to take a single series. And they're definitely the look to keep that statistic going, but hopefully for them, they want to get 3 wins here on SNRF. But SNRF, and Crouton does specifically, they don't want that to happen. Responsible for half the goals here is Crouton.
Yeah, and that's just little goals like this is something else. I mean, it's not what we're looking for, but it's what wins the games. I mean, honestly, you don't need fancy goals, fancy mechanics, or anything like that. Even though we want to see it, it's not what you really need. You just need to put the ball on net and make it go in, and that's it. You don't get extra points for like style. But it doesn't seem to be stopping Narwhal. He definitely seems to be going for mechanical shots here.
Yeah, what I love is that you say nothing about the fancy goals, but we kind of talked about the cars. The cars are so fancy. I love the gold being displayed here from SNRFS. It's also apparently the battle of the hats, because SNRF's Crouton has a gold hat, but on the other side, I don't remember exactly which player, but I believe it's Dr. Professor. He has a white top hat. As we are going to get a quick lobby reset here. That first game will still stand. SNRF lead the series 1-0, as the battle of the hats will continue after we sort out any sort of issues on both teams. As, I mean, come on. Currently, the gold hat prevails, but, you know, the white hats still have something to show here. As, I mean, Humongous Melonheads, even though that game, tough for them, they still have it. They still showed some great compassion in that to just keep it close.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, honestly, it was they were keeping good pressure. It was just the problem of making sure that you're playing someone back to be able to keep the ball in whenever the other team clears it, because we've seen that a lot from Blue. They seem to like to clear the ball deep. So I would recommend for Melonheads to play a deep third. Someone's got to be back to catch that ball, collect, and bring out some variety. Either control it, take it to the wall, something different than what they're constantly showing the other team we're going to do with the ball.
Yes, it is the same name and password. We're gonna have a quick lobby. We have a quick lobby reset on the way. There's one of the teams says Grizz coming in. What ranks are these kids? They are Champ 1, Champ 2. So, quite a bit higher than your prediction there, Grizz. As this is around... This is also, I believe, 3, so it's around 11 to 1200 here. Oh, sorry, not 1100, that's... Wow, what? That's wrong for MMR, but anyways, it's like, I think they're all over about 1000 MMR. Yeah, they're pretty good teams here. They are currently having some pretty disappointing seasons for them. Not the start they wanted, but if I don't tell you, again, these teams are improving. Now as we speak, as we do get back into the lobby, both teams said it, they want to join back. As again, it's Tier 3 match continues to best of 5. We had a quick lobby reset after Game 1.
Yeah, and while we wait, I am curious to ask you, Sporty, what do you think we're going to see from this series?
Well, I think we're gonna see some great gameplay, but more importantly, we gotta talk about that break. That's gonna reset all momentum here for SNRF. Sadly for them, it's a technical timeout here. Technically, as we're again sorting out any lobby issues, want to have as fair of a match as possible.
Yeah, indeed. And if you are the losing team in this situation where you get a break, it is good for morale because you get to take a moment, take a breather, and reassess and figure out what you're going to do for this game and figure out the game plan. I am curious to see what changes this game if they do, like I said, play a deeper third, because we've seen SNRF. They've been getting a lot of clears, and we're seeing it now. So I'm curious how they change up their gameplay.
Yeah, and as we now get into Game 2 on the Aquadome, I want to ask you this, Minquosis, what's your favorite map, man?
Oh, my favorite map, I would have to say Manfield Knight. That's definitely the one that that's where I do free play at, so.
That seems to be the favorite map of many people, that map giving us Game 1. Now into Game 2. After this quick break, Humongous Melonheads, they were the ones to take that short break. They probably have a new game plan, a new mentality coming into this, knowing that they are the team that is currently with their backs against the wall. They were able to produce pretty well for almost all of the entirety of Game 1. They just fell off slightly at the end there, and SNRF took advantage as this one's gonna go in the back of the net. You saw it as soon as he got the touch off that left side wall. It was all flying narwhal every day. What a demo from Porcupine Duck in that net in the backfield to give him the freest of shots.
Yeah, and it's definitely unfortunate. We definitely saw a player from Melonheads went upfield trying to get that passing option in for his team to boom it up to him, which is it's a good idea, but in a situation like this where SNRF have all the pressure, very bad to leave two players back on defense, because as we saw, they got demoed and it led to a goal. But they are responding pretty well here. As Narwhal, I don't think he meant to get that touch to the mid, and his teammate missed. Gets the goal. I mean, it was just simple. I mean, didn't need a air dribble, but it was simple.
I mean, simple, it works. As Hermione says that as in free play Manfield Knight. Yeah, man. I mean, you heard it first. It's Moses' favorite map. As I'm more of a Champions Field kind of guy, but respect's given. Manfield Knight is a beautiful map. As these teams both trying to figure out their gameplay and going into Game 2. I'm wondering if we've seen any changes, but it seems like these teams are more solo play oriented, as Flying Narwhal's gonna go for this one. SNRF with so many, and Flying Narwhal with like all the cards in that air dribble play. He could have gone for that. He could have gone anywhere. He could have gone to left wall, to the right wall. Could have gone straight for 50-50. Maybe even like a bump play. We see that sometimes. Or if he has the mechanical ability, as we know these players do, maybe even a flip reset. Again, solo plays like that, if you can get your space and you deserve it, such as these SNR players have, then you can really you can do anything that you want to get those goals. But that air dribble was cut off as now Mogul Maniac with the ball. He's gonna take it down slowly into the corner and pinch it outfield across the nets as multiple players jumping, but no one connecting here. SNRF, and you can see all three of them waiting in front of their nets. No one wants to be the aggressor here. They're worried on what the Humongous Melonheads can do.
Yeah, agreed. I see that Melonheads is like they have good ideas, but they're just not connecting with each other. I don't know if that's a comms issue or whatever, but we do see players playing in field a lot, getting ready for the passing option, which makes the other team have to watch more options available to that team. But we're just not seeing it happen. We're not seeing connections, and it's unfortunate. And I mean, we are seeing some really ambitious stuff here from SNRF. I mean, especially from Flying Narwhal. It's interesting to see going for the solo play in threes, but it's just not the best option when you have a full team.
As now we go on, as I am seeing in chat, there's a slight misconception. Every player here is tier 3. That means they're all champ 1, champ 2 in freeze. They're not. They are, in fact, IGL does rankings based on actually your rank in your specific playlist, by the way. So these are confirmed tier 3 teams in freeze. In twos, I believe they're also tier 3, but I could be wrong. I think SNRF is a tier 2 team. I don't know about Humongous Melonheads. As now this one going right behind by Mogul Maniac's gonna get the clear back in, and he had time to control it. There's no one challenging him. SNRF with this super defensive goal line save style defense that could be countered here by Melonheads, as that one caved away by Porcupine Duck. You can see SNRF, they don't want to challenge. They're nervous in the backfield, but they still need a goal. Relying on this game plan on defense may not be their best opportunity.
Yeah, indeed. I do notice that the players are back on in net. I wouldn't say that it's necessary. Oh my goodness. All right, well, you know what? Just interrupt me with the with a nice goal here. I mean, this is definitely what we were talking about wanting to see. I mean, actually, it's just a regular shot, but it was on net. That's the thing. That's the thing these players have to recognize, is that's what works. That's what's more reliable and consistent. Just putting a shot on net, and it's most likely going to go in.
Yeah, well, you know what was really the maker there? That first touch. Tantalizing, forcing the defender to actually have to jump up immediately. And then he was able to put the shot on through. It's a great shot from the Humongous Melonheads. Here, taking that again now after the break. They're looking like they're a completely reborn team here. As SNRF, the game plan that they had from Game 1, not working in Game 2. As again, the battle, again, I'm just going to keep saying it. The Battle of the Hats. That's what we got to call it here, right, man? You think that's a great name for this match?
Yeah, I think that's a great name. I mean, it'll definitely have a ring to it, you know, especially considering you got the white hat and the gold hat. So, I mean, it comes down to the split there. Which one are you, the white hat or the gold?
Yeah, and as the final seconds tick by, only a 1 goal difference, but that's going to decide it. Humongous Melonheads are going to take Game 2 as they let the ball drop to the ground. Melonheads, a great performance from them to tie it right back, as our Professor now coming with the ping is better. That server reset's good for them. As now the series all tied up. All fair, a de facto best of 3 now. Going into Game 3. Man, there's so many threes in that sentence.
Indeed, yeah. And if I am the prophet that I was last time, then this game 3 will definitely be the breaking point and see which team is most likely to win, if I am correct. Which we all know I am, because I was last time.
Nice one, man. Yeah, you were a great prophet, I think. And now into Game 3. Everybody's getting into DFH Stadium that so many people underrate. Such a classic. Look at those flags on the banister above. Again, such a great map. I love maps that include flags like that, and it's on each side as well, I believe. So, you guys definitely go around. I saw a video by Johnny Boy discussing what were the flags of every single country up there, and it was actually a really insightful thing, as there were so many unique flags, and so many flags of many great Rocket League legends. As now we have these legends playing, decide who gets match points. SNRF now still on defense here against the Humongous Melonheads.
Oh, and that was an unfortunate double commit in the midfield. They couldn't really SNRF couldn't really capitalize on it, which is unfortunate. I mean, you definitely want to capitalize on double commits in the midfield like that, but we definitely are seeing a bit of pressure from both teams. It's just up to the teams to keep pressure and then score. And here we go from Flying Narwhal coming in with a quick aerial goal.
Sky high, and just like his name suggests, he does in fact fly, and he will slot that one under Mogul Maniac as well. And I mean, you may not, and from that angle, it looks like the angle that he had was quite easy, but Mogul Maniac was right in front of him, right in his face, and he had to shoot it under him. There was no other choice for him, and the accuracy to slot that one home. A great shot, a great goal to give SNRF a lead that they can hold in game 3, and again, this is all for match point as Crouton just uses all his boost there to get to the ground. Again, SNRF, they look a bit nervous here on defense especially. You see a lot of panic flipping as now this one in front of the net is saved away and cleared away by the orange side here as Humongous Melonheads still searching, and counter attack by Porcupine Duck. An awkward play here and not a great play from Dr. Professor. And that pinch goes all the way into his own net. An unfortunate result here to give SNRF a second goal.
Yeah, very unfortunate there. I mean, we definitely saw that Melonheads had great pressure, very great pressure, but you have to finish those. I mean, it was unfortunate that a player knocked the ball out, but you have to finish those. You cannot let it sit on the goal line because that's going to be the difference maker.
And again, and a lot of times with pressure, it's really, sometimes there's overpressure. Teams with a lot of pressure, sometimes what they'll do is they'll get like kind of pressure tilt. I know that I just made a new term there, but a lot of teams when they have pressure and they just can't get things to convert. G2 is a very good example of this. Whenever G2 just isn't getting goals, you see them kind of tilt, kind of try to force the issue. And that usually goes the wrong way because you see, it turns into overcommits, it turns into counterattacks, and I mean, you saw what Porcupine Duck did on his counterattack. He's able to put the second goal in for SNRF, and I mean, SNRF just waiting for the mistakes, taking the chances that they need to take.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, even though it may be creating a new term there, I mean, it definitely makes sense for any player that's ever had the pressure in their fortune and favor. It's just, it gets annoying after a while, after teams just save everything and you just can't put a shot on net and you're constantly putting shots, you're salting and peppering it, you know, you just keep putting it on net, just nothing going in. Other team is just goated and saves. It's very unfortunate, and it definitely does cause overcommits. I mean, you just want to score.
I love that term, salting and peppering. Man, I gotta use that term more often. You know what? Can I take that term from you?
Yeah, you can have it. You can
Yes,
have it. It's all yours.
you didn't put a copyright on that term?
No. You can have it.
Great. I'll copyright it. I'll put copyright on it right now. As Humongous Melonheads here, getting dribbled around by Flying Narwhal, but this shot on net! Pokemon Duck, just barely out of the net's range, was able to clear that one. A great reaction speed, because that was such a fast shot. It's not like Humongous Melonheads aren't trying, but SNRF just trying a little bit harder. Flying Narwhal with another one, and he's been leading the charge.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing, it's not that they're not trying, but it is unfortunate because they're not connecting their passes or finishing the way SNRF is. They're just really not. I mean, SNRF is, even though they're going for ambitious stuff, solo plays, clearing the ball deep into the Melonheads half, I mean, they're also connecting passes and they're finishing goals.
As a whifty just cry out, we now have about 90 seconds remaining. It's now or never for Humongous Melonheads in game 3. If they want to take a win here, they basically have to score 3 goals in very quick succession. This offensive pressure, they might need to score on this if they want to give themselves any sort of a chance, but no. It's cleared away by SNRF again. But once again, now Dr. Professor with the ball. What can he do with it? He's 1-1-1, and he doesn't get it past Flying Narwhal. Was not able to put the ball on top of his head and dribble it out past the defense.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. He didn't have very good control, but I will say it was definitely a good try. It was definitely something that they needed to do. And here we go. Like, finally, they're getting finishes out. That's what they need. That's what's going to carry them to the win here in this series.
What the heck? What was that one replay between Gyro and Crouton? I didn't notice, but they just sat on top of each other. They like paused for a second, took in the situation, and then went back to work. And back to work indeed as they get the goal there. But what I really need to talk about there, the harassment here from Dr. Professor. We didn't see this before from the Humongous Melonheads, going in, looking for bump plays, looking to remove the defenders here for Humongous Melonheads. But it looks like that one almost all for nothing, as Crouton didn't have enough boost to get to that shot. Now they have a Professor here, Dr. Professor in field, and Flying Narwhal with the clear. Now we're heading into the final seconds of this game. Humongous Melonheads can't let another goal get by them, or else this game will be over.
Yeah, indeed. We weren't really seeing any demo plays from Melonheads, but it's a good switch to make. It's just unfortunate that they decided to wait until the end of the game to do it, but here we go. It's a nice 50-50 into the left side of the net. Puts it past one player, past two, and then, oh my goodness. J Arrow putting on for his team, just solo playing through three players.
I mean, he did what Dr. Professor couldn't do earlier. He 1v3'd, and that's good ball control for you. Being able to use your power slide effectively. Last chance of the game here. Mogul Maniac on target. Flying Narwhal will save it. Does that great solo play goal lead to any more chances? No, it won't. SNRF will stomp on this one to end it. And now game 3 is theirs. Now, a series advantage.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, you have to really be feeling that if you're Mogul, because I don't know, like the solo, I don't think it was a good idea. I think you had a player mid, you should have shot it to him, let him finish it, because it opens up more options and it allows for two players to distract the defense rather than one.
Of course. Well, let's get ourselves into game 4 here. A chance for SNRF to win it all. We saw them the last time they played, they swept Thick Mouthfeel. And I believe at 2v2 match, they looked really dominant in that series, but against Humongous Melonheads, they're just edging them out by the smallest of margins. And I think what's really determining is just their shooting accuracy. They're a little bit better when it comes to shooting in that final third. A little bit more accurate and can go a long way here. But game 4, clean sweep for Humongous Melonheads. Can the team in orange, representing the White Hats out here today, get themselves back? As we're getting a lot of things going. As I see someone asking about the sub count. I'll get you the sub count as soon as we got a goal going through here. Oh, and it will probably come soon, but just all about that first goal. Who is going to want it more?
Yeah, indeed, and it's not looking too good right now for Melonheads if my prediction was correct. I mean, I hope to see them bounce back from this, honestly, but it's not looking good because we know how accurate I am.
Well, you did say you wanted a game 4, and you wanted a game 4 to end the series. Well, now's your chance. SNRF could win this, and if they do, you'll be correct on that prediction.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, honestly, I think if I am correct in this prediction, I think the worst thing is players aren't going to want me back. Players aren't going to want me to come back and, like, predict the games for them because it's going to be super sad.
Look, the next time I have you on stream, you know what? I'm just going to mute you anytime that you ever make any sort of prediction. As it just seems like whatever you say turns into gold, and speaking of gold, the gold of the SNRF team shining just a little bit higher here as they have the ball in the back row here. Hold on, it took some time to get out of defense, but it all works in the end. But now, towards his own nets, Porcupine Duck will save it. Here comes Dr. Professor, this one on target. Flying Narwhal to the rescue.
That was a good idea. That was something that we were talking about earlier. We were trying to see from Melonheads is seeing those passes. That was a great option instead of trying to go for the solo play off the corner. Passed it infield. Didn't connect the pass, but it was a good try anyways, and that's what we want to see. We want to see the effort going into it, because that's what these teams kind of need right now.
Okay, did you forget which team the Melonheads are? The team in orange. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Anyways, see guys, I'm tired, okay? I'm human. Don't make fun of me. Please don't make fun of me. Please don't. As Narwhal now coming up. SNRF looking for solo plays and long shots. That seems to be their game plan. The long shots haven't been the most successful, but the solo plays definitely can be. As they do seem to score them, but the solo plays do come off of a lot of pressure. It takes a lot for them to get goals, but again, their accuracy is there. Whenever they get that chance, they aren't afraid to put it home and slot it into whatever corner they need to put it in. As now, Humongous Melonheads bringing this upfield. 50 feet away. Mogul Maniac. Fifth time. And that bench is going to go absolutely nowhere. Except Dr. Professor now in his hands. It's cleared up by Porcupine Duck. Yeah, this one's been flying narwhal. Looking for the redirects. This one's to the back wall. Now Gyro can't get that clear, but neither can Moto Maniac and Crouton infield pass, but no one's there. SNRF, a little bit of miscommunication. Not everybody was on the same page on that offensive push.
Agreed. Yeah, I want to say, is it confirmed that SNRF is like listening to the commentary right now? Because they are playing exactly everything I'm saying. We're seeing them push upfield, allowing for the passing options. They're connecting them. They're playing a deep third whenever two players are pushed up on offense. I mean, they're just really doing it all right now. And it just, they're looking like an informed team. And I hope to see something more. And that's going to lead to a goal right now. Just being proven wrong.
Well, that's a curse. As we are going to take a look at the sub count. The sub count currently is 17 on this stream. Again, thank you to all the people who have subbed and are currently subbed for supporting the Sporty stream. Hopefully that helps you with your sub count there, Cookbook. 'Cause you know what I need to add a lurker command. I know someone wants me to add a lurker command. I'll do it as soon as the series is over. Okay? You guys can use that lurker command as soon as this series is over. As now, Humongous Melonheads looking to prove another one of your predictions wrong. One a little more long-term with their Game 4 prediction. SNRF
Indeed.
looking to prove it right. But they need a goal to do so. We're in the final 60 seconds of gameplay. SNRF, what do you think they need to do here?
I mean, SNRF is up, right? They don't really have the pressure on them. So I would just say that honestly,
SNRF is
as
in
long as
blue.
they're just, yes. I mean, they are down in this game, but they're not down in the series.
Oh, of course. Well, yeah, they do have an extra life.
Agreed, yeah, and we all know what players tend to do with those extra lives. They tend to play more reckless. I just hope to see a more solid game from SNRF. They just need to keep playing how they are, but just, honestly, just connecting everything, honestly.
Honestly, well,
Agreed.
in my honest opinion, this game so far is currently looking better and better for Humongous Melonheads, and that is a great statement from Dr. Professor. Slams it home right off that back wall. And now, giving his team a lead that they surely can't give up.
Yeah, this is Caster's curse to the max. I apologize to SNRF after this. Yeah, kind of cursed them a little bit here, not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know, Melonheads started stepping up. I don't know, they just started finishing their goals.
Yeah. And now SNRF, with the shooting accuracy issues, will lead us to another Game 5 today. We had one to start off today. Now our third series will also end, hopefully, in sparks, excitement, and drama. You gotta love the drama here.
Indeed. Did I say 3 wins for a
You
team?
said it was gonna end in Game 4. Well, sorry, but we get to go to Champions Field. As I said, my favorite map.
No. But by Game 4 when I'm at Game 5.
Well, someone's gonna win in Game 5. Someone's definitely.
Yeah,
You can't just say, "Oh, now they're gonna win in Game 5." Yeah, someone's gonna win in Game 5. And you know what?
Right.
I'm not even gonna have you predict who you think is gonna win, because every time you do that, that team always gets cursed. Just, it's not gonna happen anymore.
Yeah,
No.
no final answers from me at all. I feel so bad, man, honestly. I feel like SNRF was playing a good game, just I don't know what happened. Like, Melonhead just stepped up and played even better.
Yep, they got their one goal. They held strong. SNRF just looked a little less a little less accurate than usual. But now going into Game 5, all of those worries now have to be behind them, because they still have 5 more minutes of gameplay to decide it. Maybe even more if we get an overtime. And honestly, an overtime would be a great way to end this series.
Yeah, it would indeed. I mean, we'd all love to see a Game 5 overtime, except for the players, of course. You mentioned that last time, and I would agree. No one on the field wants to see that Game 5 overtime, but if you're a fan, it doesn't matter who you're rooting for, you definitely want to see that overtime.
I think for most fans, they don't really care as long as their favorite team wins. Game 5 overtime, clean sweep, whatever it is, they don't care as long as their team wins. And now they must be clenching their teeth, maybe even getting migraines along the way. If you guys are clenching your teeth, leaning as far forward as I am for this gameplay, just watch your posture and watch your headaches, because I don't want to have anybody get like issues just because Rocket League is such a tense esport. I always say it is like one of the best esports in the world. And Crouton Dust, the caster now player, gonna get this one on the road. A great goal here, right past Gyro.
Crouton Dusk risking it for the biscuit, pun intended here. Came in, that was definitely an overcommit, because if that got past Crouton, that was a counterattack for sure, but it works out. I mean, you definitely love to see the confidence. I mean, it's going to be whichever team has the most confidence and goes for the risk and wins it like this. Like, just a beautiful goal from Flying Narwhal, honestly. Gets it past one player to the backboard, and no one can really challenge in this position because they're awkward, and gets it past him. Gets a good shot on net.
Flying Narwhal, well, that goal was all on the ground. His mentality must be sky high. Now with the second goal, SNRF, we're going to hope to keep this one against Humongous Melonheads. Melonheads have had difficulties being able to put many goals past as Flying Narwhal! Oh, what a shot! Straight from the midfield! He gets past them all with a brilliant air dribble. The mechanics on full display! What a shot! What a goal! And that's a way to give your team even more confidence.
Yeah, agreed. You love to see that if you're an SNRF fan, honestly, at this point. Just stepping up for the team, showing those mechanics on display, not letting anything be left up to imagination here. Using all the mechanics he needs to score a goal, and it's working out for him. So I hope to see whatever he does next.
You know what? With that bag of tricks that he always has, I would love to see him do it. But Humongous Melonheads, they gotta stop him here. They gotta get a goal soon, I think. I mean, there's 3 minutes left. They get a goal every single minute, they'll tie the side up, but for them, this is not a great start. A disaster start to Game 5. A game they have no other choice but to win if they want to see themselves the winners, the victors, the elite. As again, Humongous Melonheads still searching for their first series win. They do have a 25% game win percentage, so they've gone to Game 5 before. They just have never been able to take it. Champions Field, their kryptonite. As SNRF looks to get their run continuing. As that's not a great touch from Crouton. He's able to get past her at a great recovery here. Now,
yeah, that was
no
very
boost on the sidewall. Shot towards net.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. That's not a touch you want to see in the midfield, especially from your third player back. I noticed that SNRF keeps leaving Crouton on the back foot. I suppose he's very much a naturally third, and I can see why. That was just unfortunate. I don't know what you could have done to save that.
Yeah, Crouton Dust, not a great. He hits it to the sidewall. A very fortuitous bounce for Humongous Melonheads. They'll take the goal that they can get here. They want to win this. They want to win this series as badly as anybody else here does. All 6 players hunting for a win that has seemed to evade them for so long in this league. A win that is hard to come for them in this Tier 3 division. As now upfield by Dr. Professor Crouton Dusk, and he is the last player back for a reason. He is their best defender. A great save there proves why he is their brick wall, their turbo pulsar, their last man back. He plays calm, he plays confident, and he has nerves of steel.
Yeah, indeed, and you can kind of tell that Flying Narwhal must be that natural first man position, as we see like the mechanics are there for that player. It opens up a lot of options and threats for what that player can do. And oh my goodness, what a save from Crouton!
A drop down, again saved by Crouton. Crouton saving his team a lot of headaches here, as I'm sure hopefully he's saving some SNRF fans headaches here as well. They can relax a little bit easier now that their team has a 2-goal lead. But again, still time remaining. Humongous Melonheads not out of it just yet. Into the final minute. They're really looking for that goal. They're going to have to send everything up as that one pinballs its way into the Melonheads net. Again, a weird goal here. But you know what? Fortune favors the bold. And the bold comes from Flying Narwhal. He jumps at everything, and sometimes it just so happens to fall into the back of that orange net.
Yeah, agreed. Very weird goal, and a very weird goal. And honestly, anyone that's ever had to defend 2 players at once and that both players get a touch, you already know how impossible it is to save that. So you can't feel bad if you're that player in net that just couldn't figure out what was happening.
Yeah, and that double commit was telegraphed. It was unexpected even for SNRF. I don't believe both the players thought the other one was going to go. But in fact, because both of them did commit, they kept the goal from it. And now, just going to hold out for just a little bit longer. Humongous Melonheads, I mean, they have to score at every single chance left in front of them, but that play fizzles out. And SNRF, Game 5 victory, once again, the story repeats itself here for the Humongous Melonheads. They're going to look to Week 6, their final week. They're out of playoff contention, but for SNRF, just making it easier for them here. Going into Week 6, the playoffs still here. They're still in that top 16, and SNRF, a win that, I mean, they must be so happy with here.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, this has to help the morale for the team, especially in upcoming events. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's good that they got a second win, and I would be elated if I was on the team. Honestly.
And it came in Game 5. You know, the best time, a great time to win it, because after that, you're all so excited. As I'm gonna get the stream over to the Talking Word chat, as we do not have any sort of interviews lined up with any of these any of the teams or players. So that's gonna end it for this match. But we do have a fun little time with Pink Roses. Again, thank you so much for joining along and being such a great co-caster as always. You have anyone you want to shout out before you have to leave tonight?
Oh, well, you know what, Sporty? Who said I'm leaving?
Hell, you gonna stay around for 11?
You know what? Might as well. I might as well.
Hey, let's go, man! We got roses for 11 p.m. That's exactly what I like to hear. As I'm gonna now to save it out. We're gonna get those shoutouts later on. Then maybe we'll get it along with an interview later on, because we might be getting an interview for this final match of the day. As again, I mean, it's another tier 3. It's another tier 3 match, but this time it's a 2v2. It's gonna be one that I'm sure you're gonna be happy to hear. It's gonna be Neptune Kings versus Reeskee Shots. But before we go there, we're just gonna take a short recap of the events that happened today. The events that occurred. We saw Game 5 earlier in the first series, where NativePakz Esports lost to Dingle Terries, and then after that we saw the Funky Bunch almost get a perfect sweep against Strikers of Chaos Crimson. Strikers of Chaos are only able to get 1 goal, and now another Game 5 here, won by SNRF against Humongous Melonheads. The blue team has won every single match. Will that continue with Neptune Kings versus Reeskee Shots? We'll see in a few minutes. one more match. One more best of 5, and Autolabs is now spamming like one more and one more and one more. Notice me. I can notice you, Autolabs. I see you there spamming. Are you right, man? Hopefully you're doing well over there. As Pink Rose is sticking around with me tonight. Pink Rose has got us on the last match, and he decided, you know what? At the end of that, fun little cliffhanger, I'm going to stick around for the next match.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, it's always so fun co-casting with you. You do such a great job at what you do and everything. So I figured, why not stay around for another match?
Of course. And while it's happening, I'm going to add a lurk command, because I see that you guys want that. I remember people saying they wanted that, so I'll say thanks for lurking and supporting the stream. There you go. Is that good enough? Thanks for lurking and supporting the stream. That's a good message.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's what most streamers have. I mean, some go into more detail than others. They do something special, but you don't need to do all that really.
Well, I'm just making the command because I know people wanted that. So here's a lurk command for all of you. You guys can use that to whatever, to however you guys want to use it. Again, we have a great match for you guys ahead. Is anyway, with the 20k, your choice. Get me that Glockenspiel 6000 behind the Waffle House. What? Is this like some sort of meme I don't know? Oh, look, man, I'm white. I don't know anything. What's this? Is this like some sort of weird joke that I don't know? As hey, Blazing Flame getting the lurk in there. Yeah, again, you guys should use that command as much as possible because it is free and there's really not much of a cooldown for it. So if you guys wanted to, you guys could spam it. Okay, Rado, I'm just not even going to mention that message. As I'm gonna, I'm gonna now get rid of that message by going to the schedule up here. Again, we had 3 matches before this. Just saw best of a game 5 win, and what's the big thing here? Every single time the blue team has won.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because I was like, I wonder what sport he's talking about. I go to the chat and I see the message and I was like, oh my goodness, I know exactly what that's talking about.
You know what's crazy? That's not the weirdest thing he said on this stream. Autolabs has said some incredibly weird stuff. I'm surprised he hasn't been put to jail for some of the things that he said, but he said weird things, but you know what? We still care about him because he won IGL with me for the first time and for the first ever win for the Zero Gravity organization that I started this long indie gaming league career on. As now we go to our head-to-head. As that message's still gonna stick there. Whatever. Whatever. You win here, Auto Labs. As we have Neptune Kings and Reeskee Shots. It's a 2v2. It's a really big match. Actually, Auto Labs, I can actually remove that message. As, come on. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Let me. No, it's okay, man. You can just cast from outside, right? You're a pretty good caster. We need to put a casting buff. He's too good. He's starting to take over the stream instead of me. As, oh no, I didn't put the name and password in. As I'm getting the name and pass outs on everyone. It's a bunch of stuff and doesn't realize till later. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm a weird guy. As again, we're getting everybody here. It's still here. No, it's not. What'd you say? As Mr. Jimbles, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the sportiest stream. My goodness, you guys are so supportive tonight. You know what? Gotta love you guys so much. It's been an amazing night here. And it's not the only night. We're gonna have 4 more matches tomorrow. We're gonna get some co-casters for that as well. As usual. As again, this is gonna be a great match here. I hope it's a great match. We got 1 more best of 5 in front of you. Or actually, you're heading towards another best of 5. And again, it's tier 3. It's tiers now. So a little more mechanics, I would assume. And maybe even a more emphasis on overcommits. No, it's not. Yeah, I'm gonna tell them that it's same name and pass. Why does this happen to me? I always make a new match and it's always like, Oh, we're gonna get weird servers because it changes for whatever reason. Yeah, same name and pass, by the way. Yeah, we're gonna get them in. Big red button? What big red button? We get a hairline check. Sure. There you go. Hairline. It's not horrible. As one team's in, just waiting for the message of the other. Waiting for the Neptune Kings to join, as Reeskee Shots has just said, hey, we're in the lobby! That's great. And Pink Roses, you're in, right? Really? What the heck? You sure? Maybe you joined the wrong one. You're mean, Arado. As I'm gonna have to tell the teams again. As while that's happening again, we're gonna be having a lot of fun. Hairline goes all the way up. Arado Labs, I have never seen you. Don't even try me. As we are going to again get ourselves ready. As Pink Roses, I forgot I muted you and I didn't unmute you.
That's wild. Well, I wasn't saying anything crazy.
Well, to be fair, yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair, you didn't add anything all that important. Like you didn't add like stats and information. All you told me was that we're in the wrong server. So here, join again. I see that Reeskee's joined. Same name and password as always.
Okay, here we go. US East. You sure you don't want to go sightseeing and see some kangaroo or something?
No, not really.
Okay.
You look normal, Auto Labs. Well, then what do I look? I look normal too. You've seen me before, Pink Roses. Do you think I look normal?
I mean, yeah, I would say everyone's unique, but everyone looks normal in their own way, right?
Sure, that makes sense. As well as happening, we're gonna get into the lobby. We're gonna add on desktop sound for once, so that you know what we can actually hear what the crowd is saying. As well as happening again, we are trying to fix out any sort of kinks in this armor. Sorry, chinks in this armor, but I guess, that kinks is also another word for that. As we are waiting now for Neptune Kings to join.
Yeah, we're just gonna speed right past Sporty talking about kinks on the
Hey,
commentary.
that's a fair term, right? Was it? I mean, I meant to say chinks, but kinks also works.
I don't know, Sporty. I don't know.
Look,
considering the type of audience you've kind of attracted to your channel, I don't know.
Well, with the Auto Labs, it all goes well for him, so there's that. But what I was trying to say is, again, we're just making sure that we get everything, smoothing out everything, making sure everybody's in here. As I see, you see Pink Roses. There's a lot of... No, I don't, Arado. Anyways, here we go. Here is our summary. It's 100% for Reeskee. I think Arado Labs put in 10 points, so good job, Arado Labs. You're getting yourself involved here. As now everybody's making fun of me. And while that's happening, again, we are waiting to make sure that the other team is here.
I mean, I will say I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, we do use the word kinks, especially for stuff like if you have like a water hose that's like, got a knot in it, so you just have to like remove it. It's called, like, people call it kinks and stuff. But I don't know, man. I don't know the type of audience you attract. It seems like you'd be more careful with your words.
Man, I speak too fast. Okay, I'm like Arsenal. I'm a fast person, but I am dumb. I'm dumb. I'm monkey brained. I'm like Arsenal.
Arsenal.
No, Arsenal's a great guy, Arsenal's a great guy. He's a really good player, but he has the mind of a 3-year-old. He has the mind of a 3-year-old. You ever see his content?
Wow, that's crazy right now.
What, you've ever seen his content? Dude is crazy.
Dude is
insane.
Out the pro player Arsenal right now on his channel. That's bold, man. That's bold.
To be fair about that, at least he's good at. I'm pretty sure he's pretty good at basketball. I remember seeing it on, what was it, like Space Station? He had like played basketball. And he was like really good or something.
Yeah, I think Leth and him
Yeah.
were talking about playing a match.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good at basketball though. So you know what? You know what? Even though he acts crazy, he's probably way smarter than I am. As now we get to the best of 5 here. After again a short little break, fixed all the chinks in the armor and smoothed everything out. And we're getting this show on the road. The final match of the night is a tier 3, 3v3. This is mid to how much it does. You expect to lose every single match. Yeah. Don't talk about my confidence though, okay, man? I'm confident when it comes to casting, but when it comes to playing, I am the most nervous, scared person ever. I'm actually not super nervous, but I'm always scared as we get this match. Going. The series, this best of 5. It all starts here as Neptune Kings in the blue and Reeskee Shots in the orange. Are there any players that we should be looking out for, Roses?
Well, you know, honestly, I would say just Reeskee Shots in general. I mean, I was looking at their stats earlier, and they get both players are averaging 2 goals per game, so I think that's something to look out for. But honestly, Neptune Kings isn't no slouch either. They're both doing similar stats, so I'm curious to see what each player is going to do to kind of maximize their offense abilities.
Yeah, in the demo, giving offense here to Reeskee. Reeskee 4-0 in the IGL season. That is not like a mistake on our part. They are seriously a tough team to beat. No one has been able to do it thus far, and Neptune Kings trying to be the first, while they're also facing the threats of relegation. And of course, it's better now you're taking us back to circuits. Imagine this guy gave me a pep talk about how we'll lose and we win 41st place. You're not wrong, but I did say, hey, I think we have the playstyle to win. I didn't say that we were going to. I said I was super unconfident with myself, but I didn't say we were going to lose. I said I wasn't confident with my abilities. Tier 3 was fun. Yeah, Tier 3 was fun, and we got a goal here in this Tier 3 match from Psycho.
Yeah, quick little counter attack from bit of an overcommit from Reeskee Shots here, and this is the difference makers here. I mean, you know, we always talk about like the difference between 2s and 3s, and everyone always simplifies it. It's just you know, it's 3s is just 2s with an extra man, but it's a lot more complex than that. You know, you have like a lot of times where players will come from 3s and go to 2s, and it's a lot of overcommits. I mean, even if you play 2s, it's hard not to fall into that trap of overcommitting for going for something risky, and you see it here, as this was an opportunity to score. It was just unfortunate that they couldn't capitalize on it, but yeah, you see it a lot with the counterattacks.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I mean, 2s. Well, there are less players on the field. There's more of a lot of things. There's more space. There's more space. There's more, I guess, more of a need to be perfect, because any mistake can cost you. And there's also more chances for spectacular outplays, as Fat Trash looking to 1v2 his way through the defense, can't do so. And now, looking to see what these teams can do. A pre-flip from Carlio is going to give him his first goal. He steals the goal from Psycho. He almost actually makes that shot too slow, because you saw Fat Trash racing back for Reeskee Shots trying to get that first save, but unable to do so. You saw Psycho barreling down on him. And and a goal here for Neptune Kings. A start that kind of unexpected here. You thought Reeskee Shots here with a great start was going to be the team to kind of run away with it, but it's Neptune Kings giving them a run for their money.
Yeah, indeed, and this just proves that, you know, stats isn't all that matters. I mean, we're seeing here that.
Oh
well, okay, well, you know, caster curse. I'm just gonna chill.
Hey chat, should we mute Pink Roses? He's cursing too much. Should we like mute him for the for game 2? As I'm asking you guys, should we? Because he seems to keep doing this to us, where every time he talks, the teams know it's their cue to score or to give up a goal. And I mean, hey, you know what? It makes good gameplay here. It's tied up, not tied up. It's almost tied up here. Reeskee Shots. 1 goal away from it. And Idolab's coming up to mute him. We need at least one more person to say that before I'm actually going to do it. I need to see like some fan support here, as you said, kind of a caster curse here, but Reeskee Shots making great plays. Oh,
Oh my goodness, what is happening? It's unfortunate, man. I can't help it. It's unfortunate. I don't even know what to say here.
so I said they're making great plays. We're gonna call it a forced own goal.
Yeah, it was calculated. It was calculated.
Yeah, it was a forced own goal here. Reeskee Shots definitely were forced Neptune Kings to put it in the back of their own nets. And with that sloppy goal, the game is now tied up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say earlier before they started scoring, which was stats isn't everything. I mean, you know, we see an unexpected start here. Just they were looking in form, but now, now it's like I don't know. I don't want to call anything yet because, you know, again, every time I speak, it's just caster's curse. But here we go. It's on the upside. Okay, this time it wasn't cursed. I was just talking freely.
Not cursed, but an overcommit from Fat Trash as he ran up to get that one, but as soon as he noticed he wasn't going to win that, he turned away. Should have just gone for that challenge instead. He was committed pretty heavily into it. As Radolabs, I'm not. Radolabs saying something sus as always in the chat, and I don't know, but we're already into the final minute. This game has flown by fast. 5 goals. Feels like we're going to get another one any moment here as Thursday. Oh, so scary there in front of his own nets. Now Carlio as Neptune Kings with a lead here. Looking to maybe get themselves another goal. This one bouncing in front of the nets. Carlio with a double tap, can't get it. And that one bouncing off the crossbar, then the post. The third man will hold on, but for not much longer. They just keep putting on pressure here from the Neptune Kings.
Yeah, and great way to keep the ball in, honestly. Going to the wall, seeing where they're going to put it, and then just putting it back in field. And keeping that pressure and putting shots on net. Again, that's all you need. Keep pressure, put shots on net. Eventually you'll score as long as you're keeping that pressure.
And now entering the final seconds of gameplay. Pink Roses, what you're really best at, in my opinion. What you're really best at, in my opinion, is like noticing teams when they make changes on their play styles. Well, you know what? You might have to use that next game, as both teams maybe not the most confident of wins that they wanted, but a win here for Neptune Kings. Nonetheless, they're gonna take it. It didn't look pretty, and it was tied up from 2 weird goals from Reeskee Shots. That's the best way I can say it, but they get their win, and the underdogs taking an early lead.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, honestly, I am curious to see what changes because we did have a slower paced game. It was more or less just Neptune Kings kind of just won off of counterattacks. It was just a lot of overcommits from Reeskee Shots. I don't know if they're coming in a little too confident, and that's kind of fogging like what they're doing, but it's unfortunate. I am curious if they're going to change that up and stop overcommitting as much because both players are just kind of just in the blue half, almost in net.
And while that's happening, Radolabs is now currently molding over his 10 whole points that he's betted to have Reeskee Shots win, but you know, sadly I don't do that. The Sans Forward countering matches. Technically, yes. But Pink Roses doesn't get silenced, I do. Going into game 2 is Pink Roses. I mean, what do you think you're going to see here that the teams are going to change? Because I think both of them could use a playstyle change here to maybe get a more confident win.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I think that Neptune Kings honestly could be more confident in their defense more than their offense because they're the ones finishing their goals on offense and getting counterattacks. It's just defense like this. I mean, just trusting each other honestly is going to be huge for their team. As far as Reeskee, I mean, just doing this, getting counterattacks like Neptune Kings did to them last game, turning it around, not overcommitting. And now you see Sporty got silenced, so I guess I will continue. Psycho missing off the wall. Fat Trash getting a pass infield, but it doesn't work out. Getting a back downfield. I mean, keeping pressure honestly from Neptune Kings is on the goal, and it just not going in. Taking it back downfield. Fat Trash going for the flick, gets it in, just can't save it backwards, and just couldn't do anything about it. Fat Trash getting it past one, solo playing past both players here. Just a beautiful flick. What you love to see, honestly.
Yeah, and I am back after that short mute. Well, Thank you, Auto Labs, for silencing me. As now we get back into the series, and as you said, I mean, a great here for Reeskee taking a 2-goal lead, but this time, you know, they're the ones controlling the pace, not Neptune. Last game it was kind of anybody's to grab, but now Reeskee going in with full throttle.
Indeed, yeah, that was an unfortunate silence because my play-by-play is fine, but when I'm caught off guard like that, I was not expecting to have to do everything myself, but I panicked.
It's okay, man. It's okay, man. I believe in your play-by-play. I know my play-by-play is good. I'm confident enough in that. You gotta be confident when casting, but these players, they gotta be confident when they're playing. And a great save there from Fat Trash. Neptune Kings looking to get a foothold in this game. Apparently it's a bit difficult, as multiple demos coming through from Reeskee. Currently with no booze, a weak shot on third Thursday.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's not what you want to see. I mean, I get it. Being in the midfield without boost is... okay, you know what? No talking. No talking. You know, someone silence me. My goodness.
Here, the next silence will count towards silencing Pink Roses. How does that sound, guys?
Yeah, here, I got you.
And don't worry. Oh, you're gonna do it yourself?
Yeah, man.
Okay, you're gonna be silenced for a minute then. Keep track of the time on the scoreboard, or more like in the stream, as Fat Trash coming downfield. Reeskee Shots, looking for another one. This one towards the upper, and it hits off both the post and the crossbar. The extension there, saving Neptune Kings from giving up all at once another goal here. Psycho infield for Carliu. Carliu with the ball at his nose, a shot, and Fat Trash deflects it away. But still Carliu, it's in front of the net, and third Thursday will clear it. Chance here for Neptune Kings. Again, still looking for that goal. Their offense has been very weak this game. They did so well in Game 1, but now in Game 2, it just seems like Reeskee Shots is having their way with them. As Auto Labs, I guess that does count for me now, but we're waiting until Pink Roses is done, as Fat Trash is going to score here. Another goal, another one to go through, and another one in the books.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, just not what you want to see here. I mean, if you're a fan of Neptune Kings, I mean, definitely a good Game 1, but Game 2 is just not looking so hot for them right now. Reeskee definitely made some changes, and now they're kind of taking over here, as they're gonna kind of get another goal here. Fat Trash just throws it in off the kickoff. Unfortunate touch into the midfield from Neptune Kings. Just leaves the goal open. Both players were up, while only one player from Reeskee Shots was up. It's just unfortunate. It's not what you want to see if you're a fan of Neptune Kings here. I'm curious to see what they're going to do because, you know, I wonder if they're going to still try and... I mean, of course you want to fight for the game, but also, I mean, at some point, your morale just goes down and you just kind of have to be like, we're going to take this loss and then focus on the next game. So I'm curious to see if they're going to do that or they're going to be the players to try and claw their way back into this one.
As I'm asking rank check, you're asking for the ranks. This is Tier 3, this is Champ 1, Champ 2 gameplay. I keep saying it like that. I always say it like that, kind of nice no flair. I don't know how you guys feel of it, but it is Champ 1, Champ 2. It is teams on very different sides of their division. Reeskee Shots fighting to stay in contention for first place here. A win in this series will put them in first place for week 6, but for Neptune Kings, a win is what they need if they want to put themselves in a comfortable position outside of the relegation, as they currently are holding the 14th spot. A loss here, it's only going to make it tougher for them, as here comes Carliu in for Psycho, and that fake double tap gave Psycho some space to go for that shot, but it was read very easily here. Just too slow from Reeskee Shots. Sorry, too slow from Neptune Kings, as Reeskee Shots caught them out.
Yeah, indeed, and we're starting to see just like, I don't know, Reeskee Shots is just playing a better game right now. They're keeping control of the ball, keeping the pressure, inviting them in to overcommit so that they can take ball possession, as we're seeing here. Keeping it out of their net is huge for them right now, because you start to let that as you say, chink in the armor be exposed. You kind of see teams take that morale and like it boosts their confidence and they start to kind of like claw their way back into the game, and you do not want to see that if you're a team that's up right now.
You said something incorrectly. No, it's kinking their armor. As Thursday's gonna clear it long. Here, Game 2. in this very long night that we've had. I've had many streams, but honestly, today's been one of the most fun days I've had. Every single match getting a duo caster in there. It's been exciting. All the way to the end, we've had 2 best of 5s go to game 5. Another one almost end up in a perfect sweep. And now Reeskee Shots, a commanding win in game 2 here. Tie up the series.
Yeah, and they're going to take this game pretty easily at a 5-0 game here for Reeskee Shots. And again, they were just playing a better game. I mean, even at the end there, you kind of saw some, even though a player had no boost, he didn't try and solo play. He was just trying to play solid, wanted to get the pass out to his teammate. Even if it didn't work, it's the idea that those are the things that are on these players' minds right now. And I think that's what we're going to need to see from Neptune Kings. They're just going to have those kind of ideas on their mind for when they're playing. They played a great first game. I would love to see them use that kind of same strategy of doing what Reeskee Shots started doing and inviting the other team to come in and using counterattacks.
For Neptune Kings, I think it's apparent here that the most important asset to them is scoring first. They seem to be a team that needs that momentum, and scoring first is the best way to get that momentum. And that's kind of run that they want so badly, because for them, scoring first means they get to control the game, at least for that moment. So it's very important for them that they are able to put the ball in the back of the net before Reeskee can. The question is, will they? Reeskee Shots, you know they have that ability to always be threatening, always make what they want to have as the right decision. So far, they've been clinical, no mistakes in game 2, and looking to keep on that run.
Yeah, indeed. I'm just looking to see what the players are going to do here, honestly, see what they're going to bring out. Both teams are very solid, and I haven't seen too much mechanical effort from both teams, which is good because we have seen both teams overcommit a bit, and adding mechanics to that could just be a recipe for disaster. So I'm interested to see how both teams play this one.
Carliu long clear is going to bounce off the corner. Thursday. They're trying to get Reeskee a lead here, just like they did only one game ago, but Neptune Kings and Carliu are going to say, I don't want that. I want to have my team's glory. Neptune Kings holding pressure. This is very reminiscent of game 1. Neptune Kings with a lot of pressure here, and playing up to their competition. Instead of laying down, trying to play defensive like so many underdog teams want to do, they are not. They're taking the initiative, playing aggressive, and they're playing. They're not playing reactionary on defense. I'm trying to figure out what the term is. What's the term where a team, when they play on defense, they don't play reactionary, like kind of like they take the initiative?
You got me, Sporty, and that's a very difficult thing to do, is get me speechless, but you got me there.
Oh, well, when that word does come back to me, I'll make sure to let you know, but Neptune Kings playing that way, as now trying to get some pressure. Oh, a mistake from Psycho. An uncharacteristic blunder from any of these teams, because they both not really trying to play super high peak here, just trying to play good ground level gameplay. As for Thursday, a miss off target. Reeskee Shots still with the pressure. That all came down from a ground double.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. That's not what you want to see, but Fat Trash scores it anyways. There was Fat Trash was bumping the only guy in net, and you kind of have to score those. You have to finish those. It's unfortunate though, because this is not going to be good for the morale in terms of like Neptune Kings here. Because if you get that first goal, you can kind of, like you said, control the game. You can play a bit more safe and just keep the goal out of your net. You can win by 1 if you want.
Yeah, exactly. As Carliu now into the corner, is going to try to get a clear out in favor, but for Thursday now, locks it in. This one's on target. Psycho with the save, but then gets destroyed, and not by any of his players, any of his opponents, but in fact, it's by Carliu. Both players panic here. Carliu smashes Psycho away, and that one's going to drop into the net, and the Eagle, or actually the Phoenix, has risen.
Yeah, not what you want to see there if you're a Neptune Kings fan. I mean, you have to trust your teammates on everything. It's tough to do sometimes, but if you're on a team, you have to trust your teammates, whether they're going to get the save if they call it, whether they're going to get the shot if they call it, whatever. You have to trust them. It is just unfortunate that we didn't see that trust come through and bumped his teammate out of the way and got scored on.
Like, what a dunk from Fat Trash. And Reeskee, this is why they're playing well. Even though Neptune Kings do have a good amount of this pressure. You saw that first flurry at the very beginning of the game was so good, but Reeskee making use of a lot of those opportunities, as on the other side, Neptune Kings are not. That shot's gonna go off the crossbar. That one, Fat Trash so kind of careless there, actually, allowing Carlio to just challenge him when he doesn't need to. It's Carlio! He's gonna drop it, and it's in front of the net. Here comes Psycho! Oh, this is all from Carlio. Look at this one, the creativity. He touches it off the back wall, and he's doomsday dishes it in front. Third Thursday caught flat-footed, and Psycho to score the ball when it just sits there in the goal line asking for someone to put a touch. And that's a solo play that is gonna put this team on the map, but not for long. Reeskee Shots retaliation right here.
That's so unfortunate, because that was such a confidence booster for Neptune Kings. That was absolutely a disgusting to play off of the backboard, and then it just leads to a kickoff goal afterwards. I mean, it's just rough. It's unfortunate, but we'll see what they do to change up.
Yeah, that's the use of the speed flip kickoff being used for its exact purpose. It's being used actually a little too well there, as Reeskee Shots now regain that 2-goal lead. A pop by Psycho. Doinking it over to Carlio. That one heading towards the net. It's gonna head off the post. It's in front as well. Carlio can't put it on target as Fat Trash there to get rid of the danger. Neptune Kings knocking at the door here, but they aren't the ones benefiting. That credit goes to Reeskee.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. That is not what you want to be doing as last man. You don't want to be challenging in a position where you're absolutely beat. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if they're gonna want to win the series, they cannot do that. You cannot leave your teammate in a 1v2. And if you are the teammate left in the 1v2, you need to stall until your teammate gets back instead of trying to challenge and then getting beat on things.
Yeah, but even with that, I can understand why Neptune Kings thought they had to go for that. You know, down 2 goals with a minute remaining. Sure, that challenging up like that was probably not the right decision, but, well, it definitely wasn't the right decision as they got scored on from it, but you can understand why they thought they had that urgency at that moment, because they knew they need to get goals, they need to get them fast. Now down by 3. 3-goal deficit's hard to make up, especially with this little time left. That one, threw it away, but Carly's gonna be the first one to this one for the Neptune Kings, and can the team in blue just get one more goal for the road? The only goal this game has been spectacular, but if that's the goals that they're relying on, it's not a game plan for success. Neptune Kings gonna bring this one back, and it's gonna pinch away.
Yeah, indeed, and this is what we were talking about earlier. This is what I always say. As much as I am a sucker for the fancy stuff, the mechanics and everything, it was very nice to see that, like, that passing play, almost a goal, come out from Neptune Kings. But it's just, if that's the plays that you, like you said, are relying on, it's not a plan for success at all. You need to get the solid plays in, the passing, the bumping, whatever is more consistent. You don't want to rely on fancy stuff too much.
Yeah, it reminds me of, what rank is Pink Roses? What's your rank? Colorado Labs is asking.
I am currently C2, pushing C3, and hoping to get GC2 before the end of the season.
Yeah, we are waiting again for both teams to join. We did see Carlio leave at the end of that. Hoping that's not a problem. I don't know if it's Carlio or Carliox. I'm pretty sure it's Carlio because I've seen names like that and they're pronounced like that, but we are making sure that everybody's going. Hey, teammate had to go, so we forfeit. Okay, so that's gonna be a forfeit there from from Carlio, and I believe that means that that Neptune Kings are going to forfeit this one.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Would have loved to see this one play out, honestly. They were down but not out, in my opinion. I would have loved to see them change up some stuff and come back and play it out, but unfortunately his teammate had to go, so.
And unfortunately for Neptune Kings, it seems like they had maybe some issues there. Hopefully, again, we are trying to get with the player teams and see if there's a time, if it's the next best time, I'm gonna get them to talk with each other. As we are trying to see if this is going to stand or not. While that's happening, we're gonna go to this main screen. Pink Roses. I mean, if this does go through as a forfeit win for Reeskee, you can't say that they won just because of a forfeit. It's sad that that forfeit's gonna end it, but if that forfeit might be the one that ends it, but really,
Yeah,
they were their own like kind of creators of their own wins here. They worked hard for it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is unfortunate because again, we have no idea how it would have played out. I mean, you know, Neptune Kings were not, slouching in the sense of the games. Won the first game, just happened to lose the second and third. Could have brought it back in the fourth and brought it to a game 5. We don't know. But one thing is certain: a forfeit is a forfeit, and that'll give the win to Reeskee to confirm it for sure.
As we are again currently waiting on confirmation here from the team, seeing if maybe they can get something later, which sucked if that's going to be what ends it. But it happens sometimes in the Indie Gaming League where teams, they just can't make it. And we are currently having teams in the chats, in the talking together, seeing if we can get something going. But if not, that's going to be what ends today.
Yeah, but I mean, it wouldn't have to be the end, as one of your viewers is asking you if you want to cast a 1v1.
One of my viewers is asking which viewer. As yeah, there's a game going on behind me, but want to cast the 1v1? Yeah, I can actually notice. I can cast it. I can cast it if you want me to. As yeah, again, we have confirmed it is going to be a forfeit win here for Reeskee Shots. So now we're going to go back in-game to the in-game screen. One more time. There's a game going behind me. That's not the right one. There's a game going behind me between the last two players, between the players that are left on Reeskee. They're just having a 1v1, but I was going to confirm it. Now we got 3 wins here for Reeskee Shots. They're going to take the series. As Pink Roses, they're looking to see. No, it's us, lol. Reeskee, it's just a prank. Oh, that's what you guys are pranking me. You guys are funny. No, it's fine, man. I'm actually pretty tired. I've been casting 4 matches in a row. If you guys, if Reeskee, if you guys want to, you guys can have an interview. I know you guys said no, but if you guys want to make the stream longer and make the stream longer, you guys can. Just let me know. I can get you guys in Discord. As again, Pink Rose, it's been quite a wild night, hasn't it? Twists and turns.
Indeed, it has. I would like to think that the biggest twist of all is the fact that I stayed around for the 11 p.m. match.
Yeah. And I will say, just noticed TRC James. Yeah, I could do an interview 20 promo. That's fine. I don't need like a face cam or anything. TRC James, welcome to the Spodia stream. I did see you just jump in. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll get you your 10 points. Okay, Roto Labs. Okay. I'll get you your 10 points. There you go. Congratulations, you win.
Man's is just trying to get paid, honestly. He don't care about who wins, who loses, as long as he gets his pay.
Yeah, Reeskee, I'll get you an invite. You guys can join for an interview. And again, Roses, have you ever done an interview before in Indie Gaming League?
Oh, no, not in Indie Gaming League.
Okay, great. That means I'm going to have to go on a short 1-minute break just to explain the whole thing to you. It's super simple, I promise.
For sure.
Short 60-minute ad break. We'll see you guys in very soon.
For sure. Got it.
Hey, someone joins in. Who joined? Oh, everybody's in here. Oh,
This is Reeskee.
it's Thursday, and I'm assuming Fat Trash. I'm
Yeah,
assuming
fat
that's
trap.
you.
What am I? I'm noisy. Yeah, I'm noisy.
You're noisy. Oh, again, congratulations on your win. Sucks the way it ended, but honestly, with your trajectory, you guys were looking bound to win. Now 5-0. It must feel great for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, kudos to them for coming out and kind of slapping us in the first game. That wasn't exactly expected. I have to say though, we have been pretty clinical, I guess, in the other games, and I could kind of tell it wasn't as, I guess, tight. The lineup wasn't as great, but we got it done in the end, I guess.
Well spoken from.
We managed to. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say well spoken from Fat Trash. Now, Thursday, you definitely want to get in there. What do you have to say about your win?
I just think that we managed to take advantage of their positioning, and that's usually what we try to do with the teams. I'm obviously not the most mechanical player, but we managed to get our wins because we communicate well together and we do our best to make plays instead of going off on solos.
Indeed, and it is fortunate that you guys were able to get this win because I believe now with a 5-0 win streak in the week 5 match, I believe this puts you guys at the number 1 seed. How does that feel?
I mean, it was great. If you look back in our in our previous teams, I think we had a little skit in a 3v3 circuit a while back. But now me and Thursday here, you know, we were normally available for the games, but we could never really get, you know, a third person to, you know, just be on at the same time as us. And if you look at that previous team, we just bombed out. We just like forfeit most of the rest of the league schedules. But now to come in and just sweep everything, I mean,
Feels good.
yeah, that's pretty good.
And before we do that, again, thank you, Bot Noob Jeff. What a name! Thank you for welcome to the Sporty Stream. Thank you for the follow. What's happening again? We're currently in an interview with the winners in Reeskee Shots. We're gonna talk to the captain. Third Thursday. I mean, again, it's a win. A win is a win for you guys. Again, now you guys are definitely confirmed to go into the playoffs. If it wasn't already, you guys are going to make the playoffs, and you're probably gonna be the first seed as well, as long as you clutch it up in this final week. Which, honestly, with how you guys are playing, very likely you're gonna get this first seed with relative ease. What do you guys have going into this? Because again, for Thursday, you guys know, you guys have probably been in the playoffs before, but you know it doesn't get any easier.
That's certainly the case. I feel like we got a pretty lucky break with our schedule, to be honest. Not saying that the teams that we faced earlier have been poor or anything like that. I just feel like once we start going against teams like the Energy Infinite teams, you know, we're really going to start facing some opposition and have to really buckle down and get serious. So we're definitely looking toward practicing more together and hopefully taking it all the way.
Yeah, and you know this this last match of Fat Trash 33. This last match is, you know, one against Thick Mouthfeel, literally the last place team on the leaderboard, the number 18. I mean, you can't take any match for granted, but assuming that you do win it, which I with your performance, you guys will probably win it all. What do you guys think is going to be a game plan? What are you going to use this last match for before going into the playoffs? Are you guys going to scrim more than ever? Or are you guys going to get a ton of ranks going? What do you guys have that is going to be that's going to guarantee you guys success?
Well, I tell you what, I completely agree with you know, you never know what's going to happen. I at least last time I checked, I thought Neptune Kings were going to be, you know, a little easier, and you know, wasn't expecting to drop a game, and there we did. So you can never be too prepared, really. And I think kind of what you said with the scrimming and stuff, maybe we were a little too lax on this week because we felt like we got the harder teams out of the way, you know, the first half of the schedule. So just to kind of not get lax with our practice and whatnot, just buckle down.
Yeah, indeed. And speaking of that first game loss, I mean, did anything? I mean, it's got to be the upside is you guys kind of figure out what needs to change. Is there any major changes that you guys think you'll be making to your gameplay?
It's not necessarily changes. You just gotta stay solid. It's really easy. Like Thursday said earlier, we pride ourselves thinking one of the better aspects of our play is the communication. So if as long as we're keeping that up, we don't let ourselves get down. You know, if you get scored on, whatever, you lose a game, whatever, just go next and just keep talking to each other, and we should be able to make it out of anything like that.
Yeah, the big thing about that is it's communication and then consistency. As long as you have those two things, I think that you can win just about any game.
Yeah, well said, well said. From the now 5-0 Reeskee Shots. Again, thank you guys for joining us for the short post-game interview. Before we end the stream, one, I'm gonna get that water break that was requested. Second of all, I'm gonna thank the new follower, and drop in Woes Gaming. Thank you for joining the Sporty stream. How's your night been going? Enjoy the casting, but thanks Drop in Woes. It's nice. Thank you for the comment. But before we get to that water break thing that they requested, you guys have any shoutouts that you want to make? Again, it's just shoutouts for anyone. We're gonna start with Fat Trash 33, and then we'll go to the captain.
Shoutouts. I mean, I guess just our friends in chat. Sticking with us, being our little cheerleaders. We really appreciate it. Honestly, shout out to you, man. Like you said, you've been casting all day. I can't wait to go back and listen to it myself.
Hey, don't just thank me. Thank Pink Roses. He definitely helps me from not going insane in this match, as it's been a very long night. As now you got to go to Thursday. Do you have anyone or anything that you'd like to shout out that has got you this far?
Again, just kudos to you for casting our game in Pink Roses as well. It's nice to be cast by two people. Feels pretty good to have some banter back and forth. But also one of our fans, found Oasis on Twitch. He does some retro gaming. He's gonna be starting back up here pretty soon. So check out his channel, look at his stuff, and he has a YouTube channel as well.
And what is his channel? Once again, what is his channel?
Found Oasis.
Found Oasis. You guys better send a follow. I'm saying that now, because he's gonna go live, and you guys are gonna be very sorry if you don't watch. Well, again, thank you guys so much for joining us for the stream. We'll make sure to. Oh, and there's Found Oasis. He's in the chat. Hey, Found Oasis, how you doing? Rattlelabs is shouting himself out in chat. Well, again, thank you guys so much for joining on. It's been a great stream. It's been a long stream. I got 4 more hours tomorrow, so I gotta get this done quickly so I can get some sleep and get working on the graphics. So thank you, Fat Trash and Thursday, for joining us, and congratulations on your win. Hopefully we'll see you guys continue your dominance in week 6.
Oh, for sure.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, and that was the players of Reeskee Shots. Now, Pink Rose is still left with us again at the very end of the stream. Before we go, I'm gonna get some water because someone took a water break. I believe that was Bot Newbie. That was Bot Noob Jeff, actually. Not Bot Newbie. Bot Noob Jeff. I'm gonna get water. So I'm gonna mute you so that you don't say anything stupid. Although I trust you. And I'll be right back in like a minute. I'm gonna get water and I'm gonna chug it. Okay? Bot Noob Jeff, this is for you, man. This is for you. I'm gonna get water and then we'll end off the stream. While it's happening, send me some messages, Roses, of people you think that we should maybe send the stream to.
Oh, I already have one in mind right now.
Cool. Send me messages of multiple people, or list them from your most favorite to your least, and we'll see what they're up to. Okay, guys, I'll be back in just a minute. Hey. And I'm back. Roses, you've been unmuted.
Thank
You're getting
you.
just names of people here. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry about that raid there, but that's Arado. Now you know how weird he is. As I got my water. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to mute this again. Arado, if you don't leave now, I'm gonna time you out. You are, but like, sorry, but like afterwards, okay?
That I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's a lot of different people, man. My goodness, I see one though that sticks out above the others, and I think I'm gonna take that person. But anyways,
Indeed.
I got my water. Bot noob, Jeff, this is for you, man. Here's the water. Let's chug it. Hey, Bloodwolf sticking around. Hey, have a great night to you too. Man, that was nice. And yeah, we got someone we can send the stream to. We got Curly Sensei, I believe, is live. As you said,
Yes,
Curly
he
Sensei's
is.
live. Yeah, let's go to him because he's been one of my most loyal fans. So why shouldn't we throw it to the one and only? Let's get the
Indeed.
raid to him.
I like how I got the opportunity to shout out at the 10 o'clock, but not the 11.
Oh, sure. Get your shoutouts now before I raid Curly Sensei.
No, I'm just messing around with you, bro. We're good to go.
Why you mid having small penis?
Arnold Labs is a weirdo. Anyways, well, to be fair, at least he didn't say something worse. That's what I have to. This is the guy I have to deal with. Remember, I was his teammate for a short amount of time.
Hey, man, we always have, yeah, when you get a teammate that's close like that, you gotta cherish them, even though, I'm saying, like, even though they bring that weirdness, it's like you feel close to that person for sure.
Sure, but anyways, do you have any shoutouts that you want to give before we go to the raid?
No, I was just messing around. I mean, honestly, I probably would have just shouted out Curly and yourself anyways, but you guys probably will hear me over at Curly's because I'll probably join his VC afterwards.
Nice. I'm gonna be too tired to do that, so I'm gonna be taking a nap soon. I gotta get all my graphics and stuff ready, but let's get the raid going to Curly Sensei once again, playing some Rocket League. Thank you guys for joining me so much, and from all the casters here tonight, from Pink Roses, from Mel, and from Red Falcons, and of course myself, have an amazing night. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m.